Just started university, and my beautiful tutor turns out to be the mother of my child. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 601, Separation is Inevitable. After finishing the work, everyone was very tired when they returned to the villa. Lin Rui's parents and children had a great time. For the next 3 days, they went shopping in New York. On the 4th day, they went to Rotterdam University. Because it is very close to Canada and next to Lake Ontario, the climate in the city is generally a little colder. First of all, the dormitory, the conditions are similar, and there are also single dormitories. Lin Feng wants to give Sanbao the best in everything. I have seen the apartment next door, the conditions are good. Do you want to live in the apartment next door? Zhang Yuxi was worried, will it be unsafe? Or the school is better? Finally, after weighing the pros and cons, they decided to live next to the apartment, which has the best security system. Exclamation mark. Needless to say, the apartment here is expensive, the decoration is luxurious, and there is a kitchen and everything. This time, Sanbao not only came to report, but also transported his musical instruments by private jet. Lin Feng specially vacated a room for Sanbao to store the musical instruments. After finishing the work, Lin Feng returned to the hotel in a very depressed mood. Suddenly, another child went to school abroad. I am feeling sad here. Xiaobao finished bathing and walked out. Zhang Yuxi chased after him. Come back quickly, the water on your body has not been wiped off yet. Xiaobao came to Lin Feng with a fat duck in her hand, imitating the sound of a duck. She said like offering a treasure, Dad, I just gave birth to a duckling in the water, I am the mother duck. Zhang Yuxi came over and hugged her in her arms, then what is the mother to the duckling? Xiaobao thought for a moment, Grandma. Looking at his wife and daughter in front of him, Lin Feng threw away the trace of sadness in his heart. Then what is a father? Husband. Hey, why? Because you are the husband. Xiaobao imitated the sound of a duck and called Lin Feng husband. Lin Feng corrected the relationship between the two. I should be grandpa. Xiaobao insisted on calling him husband, so Lin Feng had to give up. When children reach a certain age, they like to say some nonsense and start to have their own ideas. This time, the third baby does not have to go back and officially starts his college life. Lin Feng will learn English, and the fourth baby will also know some, so there will be no problem in normal communication. Because the school is relatively close, Lin Feng took Sanbao to apply for documents, so that they could travel and so on. A few days passed by while playing and being busy. Here, this is Dad's secondary card, take it. You can eat whatever you want and buy whatever you want when you are alone outside. Don't worry about the money, Dad has money. Also, take good care of yourself, pay more attention to safety when you are alone outside, send WhatsApp messages to Mom and Dad every day, and we will come to see you when we are free. If you miss home and don't want to study abroad, it's okay, we can come back to study. Lin Feng's sadness was written on his face, and Sanbao nodded obediently and agreed to everything. He accepted the bank card not because of the money, but because he didn't want to make Lin Feng worry. Zhang Yuxi's eyes turned red as she watched from the side. Sanbao, if you are not used to anything, tell Mom and Dad. It's not like being alone outside, so you must take good care of yourself. No, Mom will find you an aunt later. Anyway, do whatever makes you feel comfortable. Sanbao smiled slightly. Mom, Dad, relax, I will take good care of myself. The other brothers and sisters said some caring words before parting. Sanbao and Dabao were close to each other, and the plane arrived in more than 2 hours. Second sister, I'm leaving. I'll go back to you when I'm free later. Erbao started crying. Third sister, you have to take good care of yourself. Sanbao laughed at her. Second sister, I can take care of myself better than you. Erbao didn't know whether to continue crying. Xiaobao burst into tears after Lin Feng's explanation. When she cried like this, everyone's emotions that had just been suppressed were about to burst out again. Xiaobao said that he would not let Sanbao leave no matter what, and kept shouting I want my third sister. Everyone coaxed him for a long time, and Xiaobao was tired of crying, so he had to nod. Sister girl, you must buy toys for Xiaobao, and you must also video chat and call. Sanbao touched her little face with gentle eyes. Okay, I will buy Zaya Abeo a lot of toys when the time comes. Zaya Abeo was satisfied. I will miss you. With this sentence, Sanbeo almost cried. Sister San will miss Zaya Abeo later. Zaya Abeo, eat well at home and sleep well. Sanbeo nodded. Here, Anlan and Lin Rui said some exhortations. After leaving, they comforted Lin Feng's family, saying that the children have grown up and separation is inevitable. In the future, they will face work, marrying and having children, etc., and some will be busy. After sending Sanbeo, Sandabeo. When going back, Lin Feng was in a rare low mood. When Sabeo arrived at the national team, he would go to Beijing. In another year, Erbeo will graduate. On the way back, Lin Feng looked at Zaya Abeo who was sleeping soundly and gently pinched her chubby little face. At Zaya Abeo's age, he can still clearly remember what the four babies look like. Recalling that they were only 2 months old when they first met, in the blink of an eye, he took care of them to go to college. After the sadness, Lin Feng carried Xiaobao to the crib and fell asleep. Dad? Xiaobao felt his breath and called out. Lin Feng responded softly, Dad is here, go to sleep. Xiaobao nodded, turned over in a comfortable position and fell asleep, which made Lin Feng feel so soft in his heart. When he got home, Lin Feng checked the time and called his children who were far away abroad. Everything was fine. There were 2 less people at home all of a sudden, and the most unhappy one was Xiaobao. At first, he was completely uncomfortable and would make a video call to Sanbeo whenever he had something to do. Even if it was midnight, Sanbeo would answer Xiaobao's call. I miss my third sister. When will my third sister come back? Don't forget to buy toys for Xiaobao. Xiaobao wants a lot of fun toys. Look, this is what Dad bought for Xiaobao today. It's super fun. Come back for my third sister to play with. This Peppa Pig that Xiaobao picked up is pink. Fei Fei slept for a long time today. Dad said Fei Fei is old. Xiaobao talked to himself on the video, and Sanbeo responded in a daze. As they were chatting, Xiaobao realized that Sanbeo had fallen asleep. Lin Feng came over and hung up the phone. Xiaobao, can we video chat with our brothers and sisters at night in the future? It's night time there now. At night. Facing Xiaobao, who is eager to learn, Lin Feng explained. Because the sun is off over there, he came to work here today. This sentence sounded reasonable, and Xiaobao said oh as if she understood. Lin Feng picked her up. Let's go to the supermarket. The little girl was 2 years old, chubby and cute, and she grew up fast without losing weight. Everyone thought she was 4 years old. She stood out from her peers. This birthday, only Sabeo and Erbeo were at home. It was much quieter. But it was still very grand. We found a planner and invited everyone we could. Chapter 602, just saying hello is not a surprise. Now, if Lin Feng invites, everyone will come. They all have to give face. For Xiaobao, there are many fun new toys, new clothes and delicious food on his birthday. He is very happy. The birthday party was held outside the small castle. It was very lively. The meal was buffet and the hotel chef was invited to come and cook. Joe Killing tried to hold Xiaobao, but he was too fat to hold him, so she had to squat down. Xiaobao, Grandma wishes you a happy birthday. This is a gift from Grandma, do you like it? What Joe Killing gave Xiaobao was a cocky bear with a height of 1.5 meters. Xiaobao fell back several steps while holding it. I like it very much. In addition to this, some people also gave gold locks to wish the children a long life. Some gave amusement park tickets, clothes, and all kinds of things. As long as they are something that can be taken out, Xiaobao can't use it now, but he can use it in the future. Dabao and Sanbao, who were absent, rushed over at the end of the birthday party. Big brother, third sister. Xiaobao dropped the toys in his hand and ran over. Sanbao hugged her and said with a doting tone, run slower, be careful not to fall. Seeing Xiaobao rushing towards her regardless of everything, she was indescribably happy. Xiaobao giggled. At the age of 2, she was still chubby and cute. Dabao came over and asked, did you forget your big brother? Xiaobao, the master of keeping things in balance, quickly said, no. Xiaobao also misses his big brother, and of course, my third sister. Hurry up and let Dabao hug her, a kiss. A pair of eyes rolled around, as if looking for something. Dabao took out a toy from his backpack. Here, For our little princess. This was made by Dabao himself, a forever ball that would keep spinning in the air. The ball was like a gem, shining. For such a shiny thing, which girl would refuse? Xiaobao couldn't put it down and kept saying it was fun. Sanbao gave her a musical harmonica, which was very valuable and made by a famous artist. Xiaobao didn't know how valuable it was. It made sounds when she blew it, and she loved it very much. Xiaobao liked every gift very much. His little mouth was as sweet as honey. Lin Feng came over. Thank you for your hard work. Say hello next time you come back. Dabao smiled and said, say hello is not a surprise. Zhang Yuxi said, come, let's cut the cake, we'll do it together. With the joint efforts of his parents, Xiaobao cut the first knife. In the lively atmosphere, Lin Feng called the two children who were studying abroad to the side and asked about studying abroad. If Dabao was not used to living with roommates, he could rent a house alone. Without parents around, Lin Feng hoped that everything would go smoothly for the children and they would live a comfortable life. Both children said that they were good, and their living conditions were excellent, and they were not short of money. The only problem was the diet, and they still couldn't adapt to it. Lin Feng was most worried that they would not adapt to the local climate and their bodies would be weakened. Dabao was much more stable than before, and his words and deeds were full of style. I'm fine, it's been so long, I'm a little used to it. Sanbao often went to New York and was fine with the food there. I can cook by myself. My cooking is very popular. They all come to help. Sanbao lives in a single room. There is a public kitchen outside. She uses it the most. She can make porridge, noodles, steam rice and stir-fry vegetables. Sanbao smiled and said, Dad, don't worry about us. Everything is fine. I cook by myself and go out to eat occasionally. Lin Feng has the same heart for his 4 children. If he is partial, he will take extra care of Sanbao. After all, she is a girl. Her health was not very good when she was a child. In addition, she is well behaved and sensible. How can people not like her? Lin Feng prepared kitchen utensils for each child, hoping that the children would work harder and cook for themselves. Even if he takes a step back, he will hire an aunt to cook for them. Lin Feng saw that the children were fine, except that they were a little tired and not thin. He told them to eat well and sleep well. This is his only concern. Dabao said softly, Dad, we are all adults now and know how to take care of ourselves. It's you who has worked so hard. You have taken care of us and run this family for so many years. Lin Feng was very pleased to hear this and waved his hand. I am not tired. Seeing you grow up and have a promising future, Dad is happy. When are you leaving? We will leave tomorrow afternoon. Okay, Dad will make you some dried meat and dried fruit that can be preserved. As he spoke, he went to the kitchen to get busy and no one could stop him. Zhang Yuxi smiled, let him go. He has already started to prepare something to send you. It just so happens that you are back. Dabao and the others looked over and saw Lin Feng tied on an apron, humming a song and getting busy happily. After sending Sanbao and the others to school this time, Lin Feng had already started to make dried goods. If he hadn't made it well, he would wait for a chance to take it back. Lin Feng was so busy that he completely forgot to greet the guests. He was busy until the evening. In order to send things to the children, he also bought a vacuum packaging, such as chicken, duck, and bacon. Hubby, take a break. Lin Feng shook his head. The children will leave tomorrow afternoon, and I still have a lot to pack. Zhang Yuxi paused. Why don't we do it later? It's evening now, and the children need to eat. Lin Feng slapped his forehead. It's evening, okay, what do the children want to eat? It is said that a golden nest or a silver nest is not as good as one's own doghouse. When the children returned home and lay on the familiar bed, they sighed. Lin Feng made a sumptuous dinner. The children ate heartily, looking satisfied. Lin Feng said, Dad will take you back tomorrow, our own plane is comfortable. This statement was opposed by Dabao and Sanbao. Lin Feng said, the main thing is that Dad brought a lot of things for you this time. Dabao said, then check it in. They didn't want Lin Feng to toss, although flying back and forth on their own plane was comfortable, but it was also exhausting. We are not children anymore, Dad, we can take care of ourselves. You just rest at home, and we will call you when we arrive. Lin Feng nodded, looking a little helpless. Chapter 603, The Problem Lies With Me? After dinner, Lin Feng was still busy in the kitchen. Zhang Yuxi came over to see if she could help. Looking at the several pieces cut on the chopping board, Zhang Yuxi asked in confusion, "Honey, what are you doing?" Lin Feng explained while busy, "The chicken pieces are cut, so they don't have to deal with them later. These are all local chickens. They are hard to buy in our country, and I guess they are even harder to find over there. I put the stew seasoning package in, and it will be vacuumed in a while, and it can be done after blanching. This is also convenient for the children." Zhang Yuxi admired Lin Feng's thoughtfulness. "What is this?" "This is the dried fruit I made. This is kiwi, this is carambola, and this is apple." Zhang Yuxi thought that this thing could be baked in the microwave, and it shouldn't take much effort. But Lin Feng said, "These things are better for children to eat as snacks than eating other things." Lin Feng also made the bacon. He was busy until 2 in the middle of the night and it didn't finish packaging yet. Lin Feng found a bag to pack and seal it, thinking about what else he hadn't prepared. While rummaging through the boxes, he muttered, "Let me see if there's anything else I haven't brought." He saw the flower tea he made, so he took some for Sanbao, for beauty and skincare. After finishing his work, it was already 3:30, and Lin Feng stretched his muscles and went to take a shower and sleep. The next day, Dabao and Sanbao slept until the sun was high in the sky. After dinner and a short rest, Lin Feng drove them to the airport. "Xiaobao, we are leaving, you have to be good at home alone. Next time we come back, we will bring you toys, okay?" Xiaobao understood when they said they were leaving before. Now he is throwing a tantrum and won't let them leave no matter what, crying so sadly. "No, I don't want you to leave, can you stay at home?" Dabao and the others were not feeling well either. No matter how they were coaxed, they wouldn't listen to any reason. In the end, they had no choice but not to mention leaving and wait until Xiaobao fell asleep before leaving. On the way, Dabao was very sad. Xiaobao must be crying sadly when she wakes up. Sanbao sighed, "Yeah, but there is no other way, otherwise we can't leave." Lin Feng said while driving, "It's okay, I'll comfort her later." Lin Feng had packed their suitcases and told them to go to the airport. Just as they got off the car, Dabao's cell phone rang. It was from the home phone. Needless to say, it must be Xiaobao calling. Dabao's cell phone number is the easiest to remember, so Xiaobao likes to call him the most. As soon as the call was connected, Xiaobao's crying was heard from the other side. "Brother Dabao, where did you go? Where are you?" Hearing Xiaobao crying so sadly, Dabao felt distressed. "We are at the airport." Xiaobao cried even more sadly when he heard it. "Why do you have to go to the airport? Didn't you say you wouldn't leave? You are all liars. Xiaobao doesn't like you anymore, woo woo, you don't want Xiaobao anymore, you don't love Xiaobao anymore." Dabao didn't know how to comfort him, so he could only coax him. "Don't cry, Xiaobao. Wait for big brother Dabao to come back and I'll buy you a toy, okay? You can have any toy you want." Xiaobao refused. No, I only want big brother Dabao." After crying for more than 20 minutes, Xiaobao could no longer cry and calmed down. Big brother and third brother promised again and again that they would often video call Xiaobao and come back in a while. After coaxing him, Xiaobao reluctantly agreed. Don't lie to Xiaobao in the future, Xiaobao will be sad. Several people video called Xiaobao to coax him. Xiaobao cried pitifully, holding the phone, and suddenly said something. "Big brother, third sister, you have to take care of yourselves." This sentence made the two flattered. Xiaobao asked with a thump, "When will the plane arrive?" "We will be on the plane in a while." Xiaobao said in a very depressed mood, "Have you eaten?" "Yes." When it was time to leave for boarding, they reluctantly said goodbye and finally hung up the phone. On this side, Xiaobao cried after hanging up the phone, and Zhang Yuxi could only use toys to divert his attention. Xiaobao continued to cry, looking sad. Zhang Yuxi had no choice but to coax her with food. Xiaobao barely stopped crying. "Okay." Lin Feng watched the two children get on the plane, and stood there for a while before finally leaving. When they got home, Xiaobao was fine again, just like nothing had happened. But her eyes were swollen and red from crying. Zhang Yuxi sat on the sofa and said that it took a long time to coax her. Xiaobao is 2 years old now, and she is more sensible than before. She will cooperate with some things if she is asked to do them herself. Xiaobao's height is not only much higher than her peers, but also much higher than Sanbao's. She is very tall. In addition, Zaya Abeo is white and fat, and at first glance, people would believe that she is 4 years old. Lin Feng learned about the height because of another thing. When taking Zaya Abeo to the playground, there was a child who was half a head shorter than Zaya Abeo, but he walked steadily, and his hand and foot coordination was very good. Lin Feng thought, such a young child, I'm afraid he is only a little over 1 year old. When Zaya Abeo was playing with the child saw that the small gourd on Zaya Abeo's wrist was very beautiful, so he came over to pull it. It bounced on Zaya Abeo's wrist, and Zaya Abeo's face wrinkled in pain. Whenever Zaya Abeo was hurt, Lin Feng felt distressed. Although he felt distressed, he did not show it on his face. After all, the child was so young and didn't know anything. And the parents were also reasonable and came to apologize quickly. Lin Feng smiled slightly. It's okay, the child is still young. Zaya Abeo is very protective of food under the love of the whole family. She is born with pampering, not acquired by Sanbeo. It can be said that there are two followers. There is Lin Feng, Erbeo and Sabeo at home. Zaya Abeo never walks with him when he goes out. Except for eating by himself occasionally, they do everything. Oh, even if Lin Feng doesn't do it, Erbeo and Sabeo will rush to do it. Zhang Yuxi will not pay attention to her. Zaya Abeo will turn her head and cry and go to find someone. Before, Lin Feng would stand on the side of Zhang Yuxi, but now his daughter can do whatever she wants. Before the 4 children turn 18, the system rewards are doubled. How rich he is now, I really don't know. There is no problem to ensure that his descendants will not worry about food and clothing. Not to mention 3 generations, 6 or 7 generations could withstand their extravagance. In this case, Zaya Abeo should be raised in wealth. When they gave birth to Zaya Abeo, they were middle-aged and loved him as their darling. Gradually, Zaya Abeo became not only spoiled, but also had a bad temper. But she controlled it very well, always testing everyone's bottom line. Zaya Abeo turned her head to look at the child next to her, pointed at the small gourd and said, "Do you like it? I can show you." Although Zaya Abeo is small, she has a lot of jewelry. Some are international brands, and some are made by Erbeo for her, and the materials are very good. The child nodded. Zaya Abeo took it down and gave it to him, with a serious face. "Don't break it for me, this is given to me by my second sister. As for how much she likes it, it's not. There are so many things, and the novelty will be gone. But she definitely doesn't want to give it to others." The gourd is small and cute. The other party is playing with it in his hand, and the child's father teaches him. "Don't break it for your sister, it belongs to someone else." The 2 fathers who are taking care of the children chatted casually, and they were surprised when they talked about their ages. They are the same age, and the other party is more than 4 months older than Zaya Abeo. The other party was stunned. "How come your daughter is so tall?" Lin Feng asked back, "Tall? I don't think. She is a little tall, but it is indeed a bit surprising that she is so much taller than her peers. They haven't been to early childhood education classes for a long time." Zaya Abeo doesn't want to, saying that the teacher always asks her to do this and that. After 3 days of fishing and 2 days of drying the net, Lin Feng simply didn't let her go. He doesn't like to force children to do things they don't want to do. "I'm 1.78 meters tall, and my wife is 1.7 meters tall. How about you? I'm 1.82 meters tall, and my wife is 1.68 meters tall. Oh, could it be that the problem lies with me?" Seeing his worry, Lin Feng advised him to think more positively. There's no way to tell about height. Some heights are acquired, and some are inherited. Some children grow tall, and some don't grow taller later. The health of the child is important. Intuitively, Lin Feng felt that Zaya Abeo would not be too short. The other parent hummed, looked at his own child, and still couldn't help it. What does your child usually eat? Does he do sports? Chapter 604, Sweet-Mouthed Little Treasure. As a God-level cook, Raymond Lam attaches great importance to his family's 3 meals a day. Especially for the children, he would cook in various ways and study recipes whenever he has time. Now the children are all going abroad to study, and Zaya Abeo is a naughty and energetic girl. Raymond Lam is worried that she will not be able to keep up with the nutrition, and since the child does not eat well, he is particularly careful when cooking. Raymond Lam told the other parent about some of Zaya Abeo's staple foods and a few recipes. Not only can it improve the child's immunity, but it can also help him grow taller. The parent recorded the voice with his mobile phone and thanked him at the end. My child is having growing pains recently, either knee pain or foot pain, and he will make trouble at night if he exercises a little more. I went to the hospital, took calcium, and had trace elements checked, but it has not improved. Raymond Lamb told him a few more recipes. This should work for your child. Seeing that Raymond Lamb was very knowledgeable, enthusiastic and helpful, the parents quickly left their contact information and scanned each other. If the child has any problems later, I'll ask you for advice. Lin Feng had no objection. It was just a simple task. The two children were playing with building blocks. Zhang Yuxi was not only taller than the other child, but also had an IQ far superior to his peers. The parents were sitting on the side, and the other party took the initiative to talk to Lin Feng about the topic of children. When they learned that Zhang Yuxi had 4 older brothers and sisters, they were all shocked. When they learned that they were in college, etc., the other party's eyes widened, and they could no longer describe their shock. How old are you this year? Early 40s. You're lying, you look at most 25 or 26. Lin Feng smiled. After 2 times of cleansing his essence and marrow, his appearance has not changed at all in so many years. Even Zhang Yuxi has no signs of aging after taking medicine. Zhang Yuxi played for a while, but was not interested in building blocks, so she ran to play something else. We'll call each other when the time comes. The other parent said. Okay. Zhang Yuxi was tired from playing, so Lin Feng took her to drink porridge and eat buns. Zhang Yuxi didn't want to move, so she activated her charming skills, and Lin Feng resigned himself to serving her. Dad is the best. Zhang Yuxi loves you the most. Lin Feng looked doting and helpless. You only know how to say nice things. Zhang Yuxi swung her legs and was happily served by Lin Feng. Dad, I want to eat this. Okay. After eating their fill, the father and daughter went to the supermarket. The first floor of the supermarket was full of gold and jade jewelry stores, and there were shop assistants handing out balloons and flyers at the door. There was a lot of competition among several stores, and there were shop assistants outside soliciting business. Dad, I want a balloon. Zhang Yuxi's voice was not small, and the clerk of the store farthest from Lin Feng ran over and handed the balloon to Zhang Yuxi. Little friend, here. Zhang Yuxi took it happily. Thank you, fairy sister. The clerk was overjoyed. Do you want more? Sister will give you another one. Okay. Zhang Yuxi never thought it was too much. The clerk handed the brochure to Lin Feng. Sir, our store is holding an event. Do you want to pay attention? See if there's anything you need. Lin Feng took it. The clerk liked Zhang Yuxi very much. Who wouldn't like such a cute and beautiful little baby? Zhang Yuxi took a fancy bunny balloon and looked at it eagerly. When facing her family, Zhang Yuxi would ask for it directly no matter what she wanted to say. When facing strangers, Zhang Yuxi would be like this. The clerk quickly gave her the bunny. Little friend, sister can't give it to you anymore. This is to be given to others. Zhang Yuxi nodded very sensibly. Okay. Thank you, fairy sister. Others were so friendly to his own children. Lin Feng decided to do something. It happened that he hadn't bought jewelry for Zhang Yuxi for a long time, so why not go in and see if there's anything suitable? The clerk greeted Lin Feng into the store. Sir, what do you want to see? We have women's rings, earrings, necklaces, etc. We also have men's. I'll just take a look. Generally speaking, people who say they just take a look generally don't buy anything. The clerk glanced slightly, and the disappointment in his eyes flashed. Okay, just call me if you need anything. Lin Feng nodded. The clerk put Zhang Yuxi on the customer's sofa. The shop assistants in the store all help each other and sell to each other to improve their performance. The store manager pulled the shop assistant aside, speaking with a slightly reproachful tone. What are you doing, taking care of the child here? Not greeting customers. He said he just wanted to take a look. I can't just ignore this child. I'll take care of this child, you go and sell. Okay. In fact, at this time, a shop assistant had already gone to Lin Feng to sell the jewelry in the store. Generally, there are 2 shop assistants selling together, so the success rate is higher. The other party didn't say a few words to Lin Feng, and came over and said, he said he wanted to take a look himself. Then he said, I think he doesn't have much money except for his handsome appearance, he just wants to shop around. Lin Feng was dressed very simply, and apart from his good looks and temperament, he didn't look like he had money. The shop assistant walked over and asked with a smile, is it for your wife? Lin Feng nodded, looking a little disappointed and said, "Besides these, is there anything better? He bought jewelry for Zhang Yuxi so many times, and Bao can design it. To be honest, this store is really so-so, there's nothing he likes." The clerk was surprised. "We have so many in our store, are you not satisfied?" Lin Feng shook his head. The clerk said, "Sir, please wait a moment, I will go find the store manager." The store manager really amused Bao and made him forget about his own business. Bao was so cute that he won the store manager over in just a few minutes. "Do you want more?" The store manager looked at Lin Feng. "Okay, I'll go to the safe to get the goods." The clerk took Bao from the store manager. Bao pointed at Lin Feng. "I want to find that." The clerk carried Bao over. Lin Feng took Bao. "What is this?" Bao held 2 candies in his little hand. "Auntie gave them to me, Dad, eat them." Bao didn't like to eat candies because she was afraid of having cavities and going to the hospital. Maybe that time left an indelible impression on her. Lin Feng took it. "Thank you, baby." At this time, the store manager came out with an exquisite jewelry box. He winked at the other store clerks calmly and asked them to come over to help keep an eye on it. "This is a product worth millions of dollars, and there can't be any mistakes." The store manager opened the box, and there were some high-end jewelry inside. Lin Feng was also a semi-expert. He looked left and right and picked out a pair of blue sapphire earrings. Among gemstones, except for ruby, all other colors are called sapphire. This style is simple and generous, and the gem interface is not large. It is small and elegant when worn, which is very suitable for Zhang Yuxi. Then, Lin Feng took a fancy to white swan brooch, which was exquisitely made. Zhang Yuxi now puts a lot of jewelry in a box, mostly earrings, hairpins, necklaces, rings and brooches. The styles are not exaggerated, and the colors are not very bright. They are simple and elegant without losing luxury. After all, she is now the president of a university and is in her 40s. Whether it is her status or her mood, she is no longer the same as before. Bao is no longer surprised by jewelry. Zhang Yuxi plays with the jewelry outside the box. Her brothers and sisters gave her all kinds of jewelry, whatever is expensive. After the novelty wore off, those things were finally put away by Zhang Yuxi, and she couldn't even think about them. Chapter 605. This man is not simple. "These are the 2 I have," Lin Feng said with a faint smile. The one he chose was a brooch with diamonds all over it, and the price was about 50,000. The pair of blue gems cost 90,000, and the surface was only the size of a green bean, but the quality was good. Compared with the other jewelry in the box, these 2 are cheap. The store manager was even more enthusiastic than before, and he got busy. "Okay, I'll pack it up and issue the invoice for you now. Take a look, is there anything else you like? Look, this bracelet is very good. This bracelet costs 350,000, very youthful, suitable for the 2nd and 3rd babies. There are cute little bears on it, and the workmanship is naturally very good. As for what material it is, Lin Feng is not sure. Many colored gems are actually very similar, and you need professional level to distinguish them. I didn't pay attention just now because I was thinking of buying it for Zhang Yuxi." The store manager wore white gloves and picked up the bracelet and read out professional knowledge. What she said was all about Bao's fur, and Lin Feng had heard enough of it. "Give me 3. The store manager, "Our price, 3. The store manager thought he had heard it wrong, until Lin Feng said it again and then he understood. She quickly laughed. "It just so happens that we only have 3 left in this store, so I'll pack them for you now. Come on, sir, please check the goods." Lin Feng waved his hand. "No, I trust you. Just please take apart one of the bracelets, take out the little bear, tie it with a rope separately, and put it on my daughter. They will definitely do their best to meet the customer's requirements." The clerk here took off the bracelet according to Lin Feng's request, and Lin Feng went to pay. When passing by one of the counters, Lin Feng found a pendant suitable for boys, which was pretty good. Because of Bao, Dabao and Sabao would receive jewelry for boys. Gradually, they got into the habit of wearing pendants, bracelets and rings. And they, including Lin Feng, became the source of inspiration for Bao to design boys. "Give me 2 of these. Can you engrave some words on them?" The store manager said quickly. "Sure. Write the children's names on the 2 hang tags. These hang tags are not cheap, 20,000 each, and are one of their brand's flagship products." Lin Feng took out his bank card and said, "Swipe it." The store manager was a worldly man and knew that this was a black gold card, a symbol of a wealthy person. His attitude towards Lin Feng was simply respectful. "Sir, please wait here for a moment. We will process it as soon as possible. No hurry. Would you like some tea? We have some snacks here for your baby." Zaya Abeo said quickly, "I want to eat." Lin Feng looked at Zaya Abeo eating and was happier than he was eating himself. He asked with a satisfied look on his face, "Is it delicious?" Zaya Abeo stretched out his hand. "Dad wants to eat too." Lin Feng felt warm in his heart. "Thank you, baby." "Zaya Abeo, is it delicious, Dad?" "I think the fried chicken is delicious." Lin Feng smiled. "Delicious." Then, Lin Feng talked to Zaya Abeo about buying groceries. "What does Zaya Abeo want to eat?" "Zaya Abeo likes whatever Dad makes." Liar. She said nice things, but once she encountered something she was not used to eating, she would be so squeamish that it would make him feel heartbroken. Facing Lin Feng's unbelieving eyes, Zaya Abeo smiled cutely. After the store manager finished her work, she handed the membership card and accessories to Lin Feng. "Welcome to come again next time. Here is my contact information. If you encounter any problems or need to buy anything, you can call me. If it is inconvenient to travel or you want to see new goods, we can provide door-to-door service." Lin Feng nodded, "Okay." Watching the father and daughter heading to the supermarket, the store manager turned his head and glanced at the clerk. "You did a good job this time. You must treat every customer seriously in the future." The clerk was a little confused and didn't know what it meant. The reason why he was able to become a store manager is naturally that he has a skill and can see things that the clerk can't see. Lin Feng obviously chose some things because of the clerk. When Lin Feng entered the store to shop, the clerk was accompanying the child, and her intuition told her that this man was not simple. Sure enough, there is a great potential for purchase. The store manager happily handed the flyers and balloons to the clerk. "Go, hand out the flyers. Those orders. They're all yours." "Okay, I'll go right away." Lin Feng bought the ingredients and went home. He passed by the Kaneo Express station and sent the items out. Overseas. The courier station employee looked at Lin Feng curiously. Lin Feng nodded and wrote on it in beautiful foreign fonts, "How much is the shipping fee?" The clerk took a look at Lin Feng's handwriting and said, "Wait a minute, I'll weigh it." After sending the express home, Lin Feng let Zaya Abeo go play by himself, and he started to busy himself in the kitchen. With Dabe and Fifa at home, Lin Feng didn't have to worry. He just had to call out occasionally, and if he didn't hear Zaya Abeo's voice, he would check the surveillance immediately. In the evening, Lin Feng gave the gifts to Sabeo and Erbeo. The two said in unison, "Thank you, Dad." Lin Feng smiled, "Go to bed early." Zaya Abeo took out a bear pendant from her clothes and showed it off. "Look, second sister, fourth brother, Zaya Abeo has one too." Lin Feng picked her up. "Let's go to bed and say goodnight to your brothers and sisters." Zaya Abeo waved her little hand. "Second sister, fourth brother, good night." Zaya Abeo is going to bed. Back in the room, Zhang Yuxi was blowing her hair. Before Lin Feng could say anything, Zaya Abeo spoke first. "Mom, Dad has a gift for you." Zhang Yuxi paused. "Really?" She looked at Lin Feng, who looked helpless. Zaya Abeo went to get the gift, as if she was the one giving the gift. "Mom, open it and see if you like it." Zhang Yuxi opened it and was very satisfied. No matter what Lin Feng bought, she liked it and kissed him on the face. She said sweetly, "Thank you for the gift, husband. I like it very much." Zaya Abeo stood on tiptoe and grabbed Zhang Yuxi's clothes. "Mom, Zaya Abeo wants a kiss too." This is what Zaya Abeo and Dad bought together. Zhang Yuxi bent down. "Okay, kiss our little baby. Mom likes the gift very much." Chapter 606, Give 2 billion to start a business. Erbeo is in the first semester of her senior year. She has received invitations from many prestigious schools, including the one she has chosen in her heart. In this way, Erbeo does not have to take the college entrance examination. She can't wait to see the school. Her family members are happy for her when they find out, and so are her teachers and classmates. On Saturday afternoon, the teacher treated Erbeo's whole class to a meal and wished her to go to the university of her choice. After playing until after 11 o'clock in the evening, the teacher thought it was almost time to go home. After repeated urging, everyone said goodbye one by one. When Erbeo returned home, Lin Feng had been waiting for a long time and was considering whether to pick her up. You're back? Did you have fun? Happy? Erbeo's little face was flushed. She was busy during this period and didn't go for a haircut. For convenience, she kept her hair long. She looks quiet and beautiful. Lin Feng thought so in his heart, and saw Erbeo fall on the sofa. That posture was really quiet. Wash up and go to bed early. Good night. Good night, Dad. When leaving, Lin Feng was still worried. Don't fall asleep in the living room, it's cold and you'll catch a cold. Erbeo said lazily, I know, Dad, I'll go upstairs after 5 minutes of rest. In a blink of an eye, Erbeo's first semester of senior year ended. While his classmates were still taking cram schools, striving to catch up with their studies, striving to get excellent results in the college entrance examination and get into a satisfactory university, Erbeo was arranging his work, live broadcasting. After arranging it, Erbeo went to register. Originally, it could be before or after the new year, but after the family discussed it, Lin Feng decided to go before the new year. The main thing was to take Dabeo, Sanbeo and Sabeo home in turn. Lin Feng was familiar with registering Erbeo, he only needed to sign, and he didn't have to pay a penny for the tuition. Now Erbeo is a small boss and has made a lot of money, so he can still afford the tuition. In the end, Erbeo chose an off-campus dormitory with supporting facilities comparable to a 5-star hotel. There is a separate room here, which feels great. In addition to studying, Erbeo has her own things to do. In her senior year of high school, before she received the invitation from Stanford University, she had already decided to start a purchasing agent, similar to a website. Now that the website has been designed, she will have to find the source of goods. When the time is right and everything is ready, it can be launched. This matter was discussed with Dabeo and Sanbeo, and the source of goods in China needs to be inspected after the Chinese New Year this year. If nothing goes wrong, it will be officially operational after the Chinese New Year. Raymond Lam gave the children $2 billion to start a business, and if it is not enough for the later funds, there is no need to worry. How should I put it? The children were quite surprised, and they did not expect Raymond Lam to support them with $2 billion. Well, the family is quite rich. Dabeo likes physics and chemistry, Sanbeo likes music, and Sabeo likes sports. Erbeo likes design, and now he also likes to think about making money. He likes it more and more. After signing up, Erbeo began to investigate the source of goods, etc. After all, you can't eat a fat man in one bite, and Erbeo is not in a hurry. Dabeo and Sanbeo are both influential figures in the school. There are many generations of powerful businessmen in the school, who are willing to help and even want to invest. But they were all rejected. The family is easy to talk to. Erbeo and his family don't care how much they earn. It depends on Erbeo whether they get more or less. If other people get involved, it will be complicated. They are afraid that it will affect the relationship between brothers and sisters. Erbeo also thinks that when the company becomes bigger and stronger, it will naturally attract investors. Now there is no rush to attract people to invest. In this way, the children were brought back one by one, and the 4 treasurers began to be busy holding small meetings, running around until the Chinese New Year. After the Chinese New Year, they only have a few days of free time to celebrate the Chinese New Year with everyone. This year also brought good news. Xiaoya is pregnant. The happiest people are Lin Dashan and his wife, and there is a new member in the family. Do you like daughters or sons? Lin Rui asked with a smile. Lin Ji couldn't hide his happiness. I like both sons and daughters. Anyway, I have to have 2, and a daughter is definitely a must. Lin Rui said, there are not many men in our Lin family who give birth to daughters. It depends on you. As soon as he finished speaking, Dian on the side pushed him privately. After all, Lin Feng is not a member of the Lin family. Lin Rui said quickly, oh, I forgot about our CEO Lin, but he can't be counted in. He is too amazing, and ordinary men like us can't compare to him. He pointed at Lin Feng's handsome face and said jealously, look at your brother. It's been a few years, and he is still so handsome and young. Is he going to let people live? Dian was also there, and the couple sang the same tune. That's right, Yuzi's the same. I don't know what kind of cosmetics she uses, but she hasn't changed at all. This topic resonated with everyone. Lin Jiajin lowered his head, look at me, I'm almost bald, right? I have white hair. Xiaoya also smiled and said, Lin Ji's hairline has moved back a lot, and I guess he will be bald soon in the future. As men, they are really jealous of Lin Feng for being so young. Time makes people grow old, And now when they see young people, all they have left is emotion and helplessness. They are powerless in everything, and there is no way to compare with when they were young. Lin Rui sighed, I only have 3 highs now. He is getting fatter and fatter now, and he looks more and more like his uncle in Dahu. He is no longer young and energetic, and looks easy to talk to. He said, I plan to shave my head this year, out of sight, out of mind. As they chatted, they talked about their children again. When talking about Sabeo and the others, they sighed. Really, they are the kind of children in other people's mouths, and they are envious. Lin Rui's 2 children have also entered the society. One inherited his father's business, and the other passed the civil service exam. They are both pretty good. I don't have any other requirements. I just need to have a skill and be a responsible and filial person. Chuan, the child of Yu Zhang's family, also found a job as a manager in a factory with a monthly salary of 20,000. Apart from the 4 treasures, this is the best result so far. Lin Jiajin sighed. His eldest son graduated from college this year, and he planned to let him come back to help manage the business. The younger one's grades are really not good. Lin Jiajin doesn't ask for anything else about the future. And Lin Ji's child was only conceived not long ago. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 607 You're lying, I was born by my mother. Time flies in a blink of an eye. In August, Zion Abeo will go to kindergarten. This year, Sibeo will go to Beijing for the national team. In fact, Lin Feng's parents don't need to accompany him. Teacher Qiao has solved everything. But Xiaoya is about to give birth in less than 2 months. Lin Feng's family went to see it by the way, and it happened that several children in the family were there. Lin Deshan and his wife also went with them to see if there was anything they could help with and contribute. When they arrived in Beijing, Wen Xiaoya's parents had been waiting for a long time, and smiled and took the luggage from their in-laws. Come here, what else do you bring? Zhou Qilin said with a smile, these are local chickens and ducks. I bought them specially in the countryside, and some local chickens and duck eggs. Oh, I also bought a whole pig, all country pigs, the meat is delicious. Wen's mother was happy, that's too much trouble. Since her daughter became pregnant, she has been living in her mother's house. It's not that she can't afford to hire a nanny, but Wen's mother thinks she can take care of it herself. Looking back at the confinement, she has not taken care of a little person for more than 20 years. Zhou Qilin shook her head, it's not a problem. Lin Feng has a private jet, so it's convenient to bring anything. After arriving home, Wen Xiaoya came out to greet them, calling them sweetly. She had gained weight, and now she was about to give birth despite her petite stature. Her belly looked a little scary. Zhou Qilin quickly asked her to sit back down and asked some more questions. Zhang Yuxi also went over to listen. She liked this younger brother and sister very much. When Xiaoya often called their family and video called Zion Abeo. Because of the frequent interactions, Zion Abeo was looking forward to the unborn younger brother and sister. Zion Abeo squeezed over and was surprised to see the big belly. Is there really a baby in the belly? Her expression made everyone around her laugh. Xiaoya nodded, yes, the little brother or sister will be born in a while. Zion Abeo asked innocently, where will it be born? Xiaoya couldn't answer this question, so Zion Abeo continued to ask, PP. Everyone around smiled awkwardly. Zhou Qilin changed the subject and asked, Zion Abeo, do you like a brother or a sister? Zion Abeo tilted his head, sister. Zhou Qilin asked with a smile, why? Zion Abeo answered as a matter of course, because we can play together. Xiaoya hugged Zion Abeo and giggled, it seems that there is a brother inside, not a sister. Zhou Qilin asked, how do you know? Did you have a dream about the baby? Xiaoya, there is an acquaintance of my father in the hospital. Zhou Qilin didn't care whether it was a grandson or a granddaughter, she liked both, but the older generation believed in having both daughters, so having both sons and daughters is naturally good. Zion Abeo turned around and asked Zhang Yuxi, Mom, was I born this way? Zhang Yuxi asked with a smile, what do you think? Xiaoya teased Zion Abeo, you were not born by Mom, you were born by Dad. Zion Abeo was surprised, Dad? Dad can give birth to baby. She had an expression of I didn't study much, Don't lie to me. Zhang Yuxi nodded seriously. It's possible. Zhang Yuxi looked at Zhou Qilin, then at Zhang Yuxi. I don't believe it. I'll go ask Dad. Lin Feng and a few others were sorting out the ingredients they brought. Zhang Yuxi ran over. Dad, can you give birth to baby? Lin Feng paused. What? Zhang Yuxi said seriously. They said I was born by Dad. Lin Feng wiped his hands. No, you were born by Mom. Zhang Yuxi pouted. I told you, Auntie is lying, Then he turned around to settle the score with Zhang Yuxi. And, you are lying, I was born by my mother. Zhang Yuxi said, maybe Aunt remembered it wrong. Come, put your hand on it, and the little brother inside will move in a while. Zhang Yuxi didn't believe her. Really? Don't lie to Zhang Yuxi. After that, he put his hand on Zhang Yuxi's belly, but there was no movement. Zhang Yuxi looked at Zhang Yuxi tenderly. Zhang Yuxi, you have to talk to the little brother in your belly, so that he will move. Zhang Yuxi was half believing and half doubting, and came over and whispered, Brother, can you move a little? Sister will give you delicious food in the future. The little baby in the belly seemed to really hear it, and responded to Zhang Yuxi. Kicked hard under Zhang Yuxi's palm. Zhang Yuxi exclaimed, excited as hell, ah, the little brother is moving. Zhang Yuxi smiled slightly. Look, the little brother likes you very much. Zhang Yuxi squatted down and put his belly close to his body, whispering, Little brother, come out quickly, it's fun outside. Zhang Yuxi gently touched Zhang Yuxi's head. Can you take your brother to play in the future? Zhang Yuxi nodded, looking forward to it. Okay. This time he stayed in Beijing for 5 days, and registered the names of the 4 treasures before going back. Zhang Yuxi was reluctant to leave, but he had to go back. The little guy also had to go to school. The 4 treasures left one after another, and Lin Feng sent the older one away. Now he is sending the younger one to school. There is an aristocratic kindergarten near the small manor, which the couple had visited before. Both the school environment and teaching qualifications are very good, and it is also close to the school. Lin Feng can still remember the scene when the 4 treasures went to kindergarten clearly. Online registration on August 27th. Children's admission interview on August 28th, waiting for notification on August 29th, formal registration and admission procedures on August 30th, etc. There are 3 classes in the kindergarten, and each class only has 20 children, so the number of places is limited. After registering online, I received a text message on my mobile phone, and the parents and children will be interviewed together at 9 a.m. on the 28th. Both parents must be present. Early the next morning, Lin Feng woke up the little one, packed her up, and served her breakfast. After the family arrived at the kindergarten, they found that many parents had already arrived. The school has a rest area for parents and children to rest, and they went in when their numbers were called. Zhang Yuxi was not happy at all, nestling in Lin Feng's arms and pouting, Dad, I don't want to go to school. Lin Feng coaxed her, it's so good to go to school, there are many children to play with you, and the teacher will teach you new knowledge. Zhang Yuxi pouted and was still unhappy, I still don't want to go to school. Zhang Yuxi was very resistant to going to school, and the family did a lot of work before the little one agreed to go to school. As soon as she arrived at school, she began to mutter that she wanted to retreat. A parent nearby laughed and said, going to school is so interesting, there are many children playing fun games with you. Besides, children have to go to school when they are 3 years old, so that they can learn knowledge. Zhang Yuxi pursed her lips and looked at Lin Feng pitifully. Lin Feng doted on his daughter and knew how to divide things. He agreed, yes, you have to go to school after you are 3 years old. This is what you children have to do. Zhang Yuxi asked sadly, when will you stop going to school? Lin Feng's answer made Zhang Yuxi even sadder, you don't have to go to school when you are as old as your brothers and sisters. Zhang Yuxi burst into tears, that will take a long time, Dad, let's go back, I don't want to go to school. Chapter 608 It's over so soon? Things like going to school. No matter how Zhang Yuxi objects, Lin Feng will not spoil her. Zhang Yuxi held Zhang Yuxi and coaxed her for a while. Zhang Yuxi pouted and gradually calmed down, looking pitiful and resigned to her fate. This family is a loving father and a strict mother. Zhang Yuxi has the final say. Only Lin Feng can persuade her in this family. If Lin Feng doesn't stand by Zhang Yuxi, Zhang Yuxi knows that this is a done deal and there is no room for negotiation. Soon it was their turn. They came to the classroom and were interviewed by 4 teachers. After asking about the family situation, they were shocked to learn that Lin Feng's first child was quadruplets and they were all in college. Oh my god, this father is too young. He looks less than 30 years old and his children are already in college? How old was he when he became a father? Then they asked about work. When they learned that Zhang Yuxi was the president of a famous local university, the attitudes of several people suddenly became respectful. In their hearts, they were shocked again. Oh my god, this mother looks quite young too. She feels like she is in her early 30s at most. She is actually the president of a university. After thoroughly understanding the family situation, the 4 teachers immediately hired Zhang Yuxi without asking any more questions. Are you kidding? They are online too, okay? Who doesn't know about the quadruplets? Everyone knows that this awesome couple has several children who are all promising. Not long ago, the eldest child published his academic paper in science, and he is not even 18 years old yet. This is his second paper, and the total time before and after is no more than 3 years. When Yuxi was still in college, he had already become the object of competition among major luxury brands. Not only did he establish his own brand, he also designed jewelry for many superstars and was very popular. Moreover, in the second half of the second year of high school, he became a Weibo celebrity, live-streamed teaching, made apps, and now opened a website. He is less than 18 years old and is making a lot of money. He has been invited by Stanford University, and it is said that he now wants to work in the media and invest in film and television dramas. Needless to say, Sanbao is the first musician to become famous among the children. Now when it comes to violin and piano, don't you know him? Not to mention Sanbao, he is the highest level athlete in the sports world, and it is not an exaggeration to say that he is the world's top athlete. So far, he has only won a bronze medal, and the rest are gold and silver, all in the decathlon. In any competition he participates in, he wins the gold medal without suspense. He is called the Little Golden Man, and he kills all opponents in seconds. He has won glory for the country many times and has become a shining star in the sports world. The key is that he is only 18 years old. The future is bright. Just ask, with such a family, what are they still hesitating about? When Lin Feng's family came out, the other parents were surprised. It's over so soon. Lin Feng nodded and left with his wife and daughter. Why are they so fast? Isn't it because of something, just going through the motions? Maybe the little girl doesn't want to go to school and has a tantrum inside. Lin Feng felt that there was no suspense about this admission. In the afternoon, the couple took the unhappy Zhang Yuxi out to buy school supplies. After all, they are just children, and they forget about it while playing. Mom, I want this pink school bag with Barbie princess. Wow, what is this? So cute? Eraser, Zhang Yuxi wants it too. When they got home, they were full of things. Some of them were beautiful, but useless, just for fun. The next day, the admission letter came. When Zhang Yuxi found out, she pouted her little butt and looked unhappy. I don't want to go to school, can I not go? Zhang Yuxi sorted out her clothes for school, and faced her cute daughter. She was unmoved. It's no use to act like a spoiled child, you must go to school this time. Zhang Yuxi shook her butt and buried her little face in the quilt. Mom is naughty, I don't feel sorry for the baby. Zhang Yuxi ignored her, and went to take a shower after cleaning up. Zhang Yuxi pricked up her ears and heard the noise, and hurried to find Lin Feng, intending to try again. Lin Feng knew what she was going to do. No matter what you do this time, you have to go to school. Zhang Yuxi turned around and left angrily. Lin Feng shook his head with a smile. It was late at night, and after the couple had communicated, they talked about Zhang Yuxi. Zhang Yuxi had a headache. The 4 treasures liked to go to school at that time, and we didn't worry about them. She had a bad premonition. Husband, I think it will be a troublesome thing for Zhang Yuxi to go to school. Not only did she have a premonition, but Lin Feng also had such a premonition. He hugged his wife and comforted her. It's okay, I'll teach you slowly when the time comes, and let everything take its course. On the first day of school, Zhang Yuxi was worried and asked a lot of questions. Dad, why can't I go home at noon? Is the food cooked in school as delicious as yours? I won't eat it if it's not delicious. Dad, I don't want to go to class, can I call you to pick me up? Buy me a phone watch, so that if I get lost, Dad can find me. Dad, you must be bored when I'm not at home, how about I stay at home with you? I will be very good and won't make trouble. Lin Feng listened with one ear and listened with the other. No matter what Zhang Yuxi said, he pretended not to hear it. Okay, we can set off. Dad, did you hear everything I said just now? What do you think? Zhang Yuxi, you are a big friend in kindergarten. You have to abide by the rules of the school, understand? Zhang Yuxi's eyes were red. Dad, do you not love me anymore, so you want me to go to school? Lin Feng held his forehead, and he was quite impressed by Zhang Yuxi. No, all children have to go to kindergarten when they are 3 years old. Then can I go to college directly? Daughter, what are you thinking? No? Zhang Yuxi is very capable. Well, let's go. It was the second grade class. Lin Feng sent the child to the class. After getting to know the two teachers inside, he handed Zhang Yuxi to them. Zhang Yuxi looked at Lin Feng pitifully. Dad, don't you want me anymore? How to say it? It was still a little uncomfortable at this moment. Lin Feng walked over and made many promises and explained a lot to Zhang Yuxi. Zhang Yuxi's tears fell down. Then when can I go home? Dad will pick you up after school in the afternoon. Zhang Yuxi pursed his lips and accepted it reluctantly. Okay, you can't lie to me. Let's make a pinky promise. Okay, pinky promise. When Lin Feng left, he looked back every few steps. The teacher asked him to leave quickly, otherwise the child would cry again. When Lin Feng left, the classroom was full of frog sounds. The second grade classroom was against the wall. Lin Feng walked around half of the school before he came to the window, squatted down and secretly looked inside. In addition to him, there were several other parents here. Hello. Is your child also in this class? Yes, our second grade class. Wrong, is this the second grade class? Yes. The other parent slapped his forehead and said, Oh, I was wondering why I couldn't find my child. It turns out this is the second grade class. After that, the parent left embarrassedly. Chapter 609 Dabei and Fifi. Zhang Yuxi is taller than her peers. When she stands with other children, she can always be spotted at a glance. Not to mention that as a parent, she is more familiar with the child. Lin Feng saw Zhang Yuxi at a glance among the children coming and going. He thought he would see Zhang Yuxi weak and helpless. He never expected that the little girl was eating the snacks given by the teacher and playing happily with the children. To be honest, Lin Feng's heart was a little complicated. After all, they are father and daughter. Zhang Yuxi seemed to have a feeling and looked towards the window in Lin Feng's direction. Lin Feng quickly left, wondering if Zhang Yuxi had noticed him. The kindergarten children all live in the school at noon and take a nap at school. Classes start at 8:40 in the morning and end at 4:40 in the afternoon. When Lin Feng returned home, he saw that there was no one at home, and he felt a little strange. He went to see Fifi and Dabei and found that they had not eaten much and were leaning against each other listlessly. Lin Feng squatted down and gently stroked their heads. Dad will take you to the hospital, okay? Dabei and Fifi barely cheered up. Fifi meowed, and Dabei leaned over and wagged his tail. He was taken to the hospital for a checkup. They are all normal. They are too old. To live to this day is equivalent to more than 90 years old for us humans. You have taken good care of them. Other pets at this age are sick, but you are fine. After prescribing some nutritional cream, Lin Feng saw that the sun was good at noon, so he took them to bask in the sun. He also took their favorite toys to accompany them. When it was afternoon, Lin Feng called the teacher to ask about Zhang Yuxi's expression at school. The key point was whether he ate well. Zhang Yuxi is very well behaved, but he is not very interested in eating. He said he only likes what his father cooks. At first he didn't eat, but later he saw other children eating, so he ate some, but not much. Lin Feng quickly said, Then teacher, do you think this is okay? I will prepare Zhang Yuxi's lunch, and you can heat it up for her later, okay? The teacher suggested, We'll see when the time comes. If Zhang Yuxi is really picky about food, it's okay. Go pick up Zhang Yuxi home in the afternoon. The small class is the first to finish school. The parents took the pickup card, and the teacher took a card and called the child's name. Zhang Yuxi and a little girl of the same age were lying on the window chatting about something, with a happy smile on their faces. When they saw Lin Feng and the pickup team, their smiles gradually disappeared, and finally tears as big as beans fell, with a look of grievance. Lin Feng smiled and waved at Zhang Yuxi, indicating that it would be his turn soon. There was a lot of wows when going to school, and there was also a lot of wows when leaving school. Except for a few, the other children cried loudly. Zhang Yuxi couldn't wait to run into Lin Feng's arms, and cried aggrievedly with a wow. Why are you crying? Didn't Dad come to pick you up? Zhang Yuxi hugged Lin Feng tightly and complained in various ways. Dad, the food here is so bad, I like what Dad cooks. The bed here is so small, I almost rolled down, woo woo woo. Lin Feng held Zhang Yuxi's butt, patted her and coaxed her, while walking towards the garage. Dad, Zhang Yuxi won't come tomorrow. Lin Feng put her in the child safety seat and carefully fastened the straps. No, except Saturday and Sunday, we have to go every day. Zhang Yuxi started to throw a tantrum when he heard it. No, I don't want to go. Lin Feng changed the subject. Dad took Fifi and Abe to the pet hospital today. Do you want to know what the doctor said? Zhang Yuxi's temper was really easy to control, and he quickly asked, what did the doctor say? The doctor said that Fifi and Abe are very old, we have to take good care of them, and he also prescribed some nutritional supplements for them. Then Dad, Zhang Yuxi will not go to school, go home and take care of Fifi and Abe. Lin Feng raised his eyebrows and brought the topic back. No, Dad is here, just go to school. As he was talking, the little girl who had just chatted with Zhang Yuxi at the window came out and greeted them. Zhang Yuxi, let's play together tomorrow, Zhang Yuxi said with a gloomy face. I don't want to go to school tomorrow. The little girl's eyes were red, probably because she had just cried. I don't want to go to school either. She turned around and said to her parents, Mom, I don't want to go to school. The parent looked helpless, as if saying, my little ancestor, I just coaxed you. After all, Lin Feng was experienced and quickly said, the teacher told us parents that we have to bring our children to school tomorrow, and you can bring your favorite toys and exchange them at school tomorrow. Okay, our Zhang Yuxi has a lot of interesting toys. Do you want to see them? The little girl asked with a sob. Are there any Barbie dolls? Zhang Yuxi became interested. I have a lot of Barbie dolls, super many. The little girl wiped her tears. Then let's exchange Barbie dolls tomorrow. Okay, Zhang Yuxi thought about it and accepted reluctantly. Okay, the little girl then followed her parents happily. Lin Feng drove the car. Zhang Yuxi, which Barbie doll are you going to take tomorrow? Do you want to dress her up? Zhang Yuxi raised her chin. Of course, my Barbie doll is the most beautiful. Zhang Yuxi's Barbie dolls are all big brands, the kind that cost tens of thousands, beautiful and realistic. These are all bought by his brothers and sisters, as well as those relatives. Many of Zhang Yuxi's toys were given by them, and Lin Feng didn't need to spend money to buy them. Back home, Zhang Yuxi ran to find the Barbie doll, while Lin Feng went to make dinner. Zhang Yuxi came home from get off work and didn't see Zhang Yuxi, so she went to the kitchen to ask, Honey, did Zhang Yuxi make a fuss today? Lin Feng told her the general situation, and Zhang Yuxi was relieved. I think Zhang Yuxi will get used to it in a few days. When it was time for dinner, Zhang Yuxi was still busy with her Barbie doll. Dad, does it look good? I put a new dress on her. Lin Feng nodded, it looks good. After dinner, let's comb Barbie doll into a beautiful hairstyle together, okay? Okay. After dinner, Zhang Yuxi washed the dishes. Raymond Lam and Zhang Yuxi were busy with Barbie dolls in the living room, and the older brothers and sisters in the group sent a video of multiple people. Dabao asked gently, Zhang Yuxi, were you well behaved on the first day of school? Did you have a bad temper? It should be a laboratory, with instruments and equipment behind him. Before Zhang Yuxi could answer, Bao smiled and said, our Zhang Yuxi is the best behaved, she will definitely not have a bad temper, right? Bao has a very cheerful personality, and her words and deeds are different from the past. That's right, she is now the richest among the four. Zhang Yuxi tilted her head and answered, yes, Zhang Yuxi will not have a bad temper, Zhang Yuxi is the best behaved. Raymond Lam behind him pouted. Sanbao smiled at the camera, cold and elegant, like a noble princess. She always spoke very gently. Zhang Yuxi, if someone bullies you, fight back, your brothers and sisters are here. Sibao's personality remained the same, grinning, revealing a whole row of teeth. Yes, if anyone dares to bully you, we will fight back. By the way, isn't it time to learn Taekwondo? Zhang Yuxi immediately refused. Zhang Yuxi doesn't want to learn Taekwondo. With my brothers and sisters around, no one dares to bully me. Sibao asked with a smile, did you make any new friends on the first day? Zhang Yuxi nodded and picked up the Barbie doll. Yes, we agreed to exchange Barbie dolls tomorrow. Lin Feng stood up. You guys chat? 20 minutes later, Zhang Yuxi came over and handed him the phone. My brothers and sisters said they want to talk to mom and dad. Here, I'm going to find clothes for Barbie doll. Lin Feng took the phone and Zhang Yuxi also sat over. Except for Sabeo, who was closer, the other four were thousands of miles away, and they were all worried about each of them. After giving some detailed instructions and chatting for about 10 minutes, the call ended. Zhang Yuxi stood up. I'll go give Zhang Yuxi a bath. Chapter 610, The First Children's Day. The next day at school, Zhang Yuxi was quite cooperative because she wanted to show her Barbie doll to her little girlfriend. On the way, she complained about the school's shortcomings. For example, the food was unpalatable, the bed was too small, etc. Everyone has different tastes. You think it's unpalatable, but some children think it's delicious. The bed must not be as big as at home. The school is so small, how can so many beds be put in? Daddy will pick you up on time. Get along well with your classmates in class, okay? Zhang Yuxi looked out the window sullenly and yawned. This time it was Zhang Yuxi who looked back every few steps, looking at Lin Feng pitifully, and finally the teacher came over and took her away. Lin Feng walked to the classroom window with familiarity. The little girl was holding the Barbie doll and playing happily with her little girlfriend. Lin Feng went home with peace of mind, thinking about making something delicious for Zhang Yuxi at noon. He boiled fish soup and made the dishes that Zhang Yuxi liked and sent them over. In the principal's office, Zhang Yuxi was working hard. After noticing someone coming in, he said without raising his head, "You guys go eat first, I'll eat after I'm done with my work." Smelling the aroma of food, Zhang Yuxi was stunned for a moment, then looked up and saw Lin Feng. "Honey, why are you here? Are you here to bring me food?" Lin Feng sat on the sofa. "Wash your hands and eat. If you have any work, wait until you're done with it. It won't take up much time." Zhang Yuxi happily washed her hands and came out. "It smells so good. Hey, there's fish soup." Lin Feng smiled slightly. "Eat quickly." "Have you eaten?" "I have." After Zhang Yuxi became the principal, she was too busy to get away from it, and she didn't have time to come back for lunch. Whether eating in the school cafeteria or outside, Lin Feng's cooking was not as good as hers. Seeing her satisfied face while eating, Lin Feng asked with a smile, "Is it delicious?" Zhang Yuxi nodded vigorously. "Delicious. If it's delicious, eat more. There are fruits here." "Thank you, husband. You are so good to me." Lin Feng smiled dotingly. Over the years, Zhang Yuxi has not changed. "I'll install a small refrigerator in your office later." Zhang Yuxi nodded. "That's fine, but I can't make it special. I'll install one in each office, so that the teachers can drink some ice to cool down in the summer. Then the money will be paid by the public." Did Zhang Yuxi cry and make a fuss at school today? He has a little temper, but it's not a big problem. That's good. I picked up Zhang Yuxi in the afternoon. The teacher said that he behaved very well in class, didn't cry or to make a fuss, and even comforted other children. In short, he performed very well today, and Lin Feng was very satisfied. On the third day of school, Zhang Yuxi was very well behaved, didn't make a fuss, and just changed a Barbie doll. In a blink of an eye, it was Children's Day on June 1st. This was the first Children's Day that Zhang Yuxi had since he went to school. The school organized a performance. The whole class of grade 2 performed a dance. The boys wore small dresses and the girls wore small skirts. They were very beautiful, and Zhang Yuxi liked them very much. "Dad?" Lin Feng was washing her small skirt by hand and answered. Zhang Yuxi came over, tilted her head and asked in a weird voice, "Dad, is Zhang Yuxi fat?" Lin Feng didn't expect Zhang Yuxi to say the word fat. "Why do you ask that?" Zhang Yuxi pouted and thought for a while. "Because Zhang Yuxi's clothes are the biggest. It seems that girls are very concerned about their figures. Look, even Zhang Yuxi is so young, she knows the concept of fat." Lin Feng looked at Zhang Yuxi very seriously. "Not fat? This chubby is so cute." Zhang Yuxi pinched her round belly, and when she lowered her head, she showed her double chin, which was really super chubby and cute. Lin Feng kissed her belly. "Dad, Mom, brother and sister love this chubby on Zhang Yuxi's body." Zhang Yuxi giggled because of the itch. Lin Feng washed the little skirt and took Zhang Yuxi to bed. Summer is here, and the chubby Zhang Yuxi sweats easily, so she must take a bath at noon and at night. Not only that, Lin Feng also has to apply talcum powder to Zhang Yuxi every day. Zhang Yuxi rolled around in the crib. "Dad, When will mom be home? Mom is working overtime today, let's go to bed first. Zaya Abeo was wearing a cotton silk pajamas, like a little ball. Dad, why don't you work overtime? Because dad doesn't have to work overtime at work. Children are very flexible, and it's okay for Zaya Abeo to hold his own little feet while talking. Dad will take care of you first, and when you grow up, you won't need dad to take care of you like your brothers and sisters. The little girl's feet are not even as big as her palm, and they are soft in her palm. Okay, go to bed. Dad, are you going to school tomorrow? Yes. Zaya Abeo's chubby face immediately wrinkled, looking unhappy. Can I not go? No. But I want to accompany dad. Dad is so bored at home alone. Knowing that the little girl was making excuses, Lin Feng was still moved. Kiss the little cutie, daddy is not bored. Zaya Abeo sighed, and his appearance made Lin Feng laugh. You sigh at such a young age. Zaya Abeo said, it's so hard for me. Tomorrow is Children's Day, and mom and dad will go to school to attend your first Children's Day since you started school. Zaya Abeo was excited when he heard it. Great, Zaya Abeo is the happiest. Go to sleep. Good night, daddy, Zaya Abeo loves you the most. Good night, baby, daddy loves you too. Zaya Abeo took a comfortable position, and soon he fell asleep with even breathing. Lin Feng took out his mobile phone to watch the news. At 11:30 p.m., there were flashing lights of cars, and Lin Feng got up and went downstairs. You're back. Have you eaten yet? Yes. Did you sleep yet? Yes, and I'm asking about you. You're going to participate in the Children's Day tomorrow, right? What time in the morning? I'll be at school at 8:30 and start at 9. During the conversation, Zhang Yuxi went to the bathroom. Then I have to dress up tomorrow. Lin Feng said sweetly, wife, you're already very beautiful, you don't need to dress up. Zhang Yuxi smiled. The couple has been married for many years, but Zhang Yuxi still feels shy when she hears love words. Lin Feng saw that Zhang Yuxi looked tired. Wife, let me give you a massage to relax you. Thank you for your hard work, husband. Just say that. I have to say that Lin Feng's massage technique is authentic. I remember that once when I was studying, I felt uncomfortable in my shoulders and neck, so I followed several teachers to get a massage. Not only did it not get better, but it got worse. After coming back and being massaged by Lin Feng for half an hour, I immediately felt better and felt very comfortable. Husband, you've worked hard. It's not hard, it's my wife who's worked hard. She owed her current achievements to her good husband. He made her career and career flourish, which many people envy. Moreover, this was her first time to attend Zaya Abeo's Children's Day. As the principal, she had to pay attention to her image. Chapter 611 Zaya Abeo is the backbone. On this day, Lin Feng got up, and Zhang Yuxi also got up to dress up. On the bed, Zaya Abeo was sleeping soundly with her little butt sticking up. Lin Feng went to breakfast, and Zhang Yuxi was busy in the fitting room. When he finished breakfast and called Zaya Abeo to get up, he saw Zhang Yuxi still tossing and turning, comparing outfits. Wife, you look good in anything. Zhang Yuxi asked him while holding a white skirt and a floral skirt. Honey, which one do you think looks good? Lin Feng pointed at the floral skirt. This one, fresh and cute. Zhang Yuxi smiled sweetly. I'll listen to you. Then Lin Feng went to wake Zaya Abeo up, and while dressing her, he reminded the little one that today was Children's Day. When Zaya Abeo heard this, the sleepyhead immediately ran away. Yes, today is Children's Day, happy. Putting on the children's performance costume, Lin Feng held her to have breakfast. Wife, are you ready? I'll be there soon. When they sat down, Zhang Yuxi was wearing a floral skirt and a knitted jacket, elegant and energetic. With a bun, no one would doubt that she is a college student. With some fresh videos, she looks really beautiful. Lin Feng hasn't seen Zhang Yuxi dressed like this for a long time. She usually dresses very formally and rarely looks so eye-catching. Zaya Abeo and Lin Feng quickly flatter her. Mom is so beautiful, like a fairy. My wife is so beautiful today. Zhang Yuxi was almost embarrassed by the compliments, and smiled. Okay, we are all naughty. Zaya Abeo was not convinced. No, Mom is really beautiful. Lin Feng echoed. That's right, Mom is super beautiful. After breakfast, the couple took Zaya Abeo to school. The children are all in college, but no matter where the couple goes, they still attract attention. Lin Feng was a little emotional, thinking back to the Children's Day of the Four Treasures, as if it was still vivid in his mind. Then he put makeup on Xiaobao in class, and then went to the playground to gather for a formal performance. Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi are celebrities in school, and the other parents sitting next to them started chatting eagerly. "Hello, I'm the father of Yang Xingxing in the class." Lin Feng greeted him. "Hello, Dad Yang." It was obvious that the other party wanted to make friends with him. As they chatted, the activity began. It happened that Xiaobao's class was the first to perform, and the couple took out their mobile phones to take pictures. Xiaobao's appearance was the most outstanding among the children. She was white, chubby, cute and super cute. Xiaobao stood in the C position and danced very well. The couple were proud of her. After the dance, the couple quickly put the video in the family group. There is also their own family group, to show the 4 treasures and the 4 treasures. There was a lot of praise in the group. "Lin Deshan, my granddaughter is so cute, she dances the best. Lin Jiajin, my heart that wants a daughter has revived. I also want such a cute daughter. My son is here to collect dates. Yu Zheng, Xiaobao is great, she dances very well. Sun Ro, great. Lin Rui, maybe the little girl will have great development in dance in the future. Come on." The 4 treasures also appeared one after another, all praising their sister. Xiaobao ran to Lin Feng's arms, looking up and asking, "Dad, am I dancing well?" Lin Feng held her little face. "Xiaobao is the best." "Mom, am I dancing well?" Zhang Yuxi smiled. "I danced very well." Xiaobao giggled happily and started playing with the children around him. For more than an hour, the children went to the back to play while the parents watched the show. While playing, Xiaobao's voice suddenly came, as if he was injured. Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi looked over and saw Xiaobao squatting on the ground with another child standing in front of him. Everyone knew that Lin Feng had a son in middle age, although he did not look like middle age. The couple looked at each other, and the parents around them were looking at them. Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi agreed to let Xiaobao solve this matter by herself and see what she would do. Xiaobao is so delicate, she will probably complain to them. Xiaobao stood up, brushed off the dirt on her body, and said to the boy in front of her, "I will only forgive you if you say sorry to me. I'm very strong, otherwise I would hit you." The boy pursed his lips and finally apologized sincerely. "I'm sorry." Xiaobao said happily, "It's okay, I forgive you, let's continue playing." The couple was surprised that Xiaobao would get angry, but he didn't expect him to be so generous. The couple was somewhat relieved. The other parents were thoughtful. It was obvious that they were successful in educating their children, otherwise they wouldn't have become successful. After a while, Xiaobao came over to go to the toilet. "Mom, I want to pee." When Xiaobao came back, Lin Feng asked about her skirt. "I don't believe it's dirty." He didn't mention what happened just now. Lin Feng felt that he didn't know Xiaobao very well, and she was better than he thought. "Dad, did you bring me a toy?" "Yes." Xiaobao took the toy and went out to play. Xiaobao was taller and stronger than her peers, so if there was a fight, the couple would not worry that their daughter would suffer. "I used to worry that she was too delicate and would have trouble getting along with her classmates. Now it seems that Xiaobao has good interpersonal relationships, and a large group of classmates surround her. Xiaobao has become the backbone." Horizontal ellipsis. Chapter 612 The Changes of the 4 Treasures. It is not good to let adults interfere with things that children can handle by themselves. Seeing that Xiaobao can solve the problem by himself, the couple are relieved. They will learn Taekwondo in the future to strengthen their physical exercise. The couple is even more relieved. The 4 treasures are all studying and can protect themselves. There is nothing to worry about. This baby has just started kindergarten, and there are still many things to worry about in the future. In the evening, Lin Feng made a big table of delicious food. The older brothers and sisters also called over with videos. "Xiaobao, today is Children's Day, happy holiday. Sister can't accompany you today, sister will definitely be by your side next Children's Day. What do you want? Brother will buy it for you when you go back, no matter how expensive it is." "Did Xiaobao have fun today? What did you do with Mom and Dad?" Everyone asked, and Xiaobao chatted with them while playing with toys. Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi were washing dishes in the kitchen, listening to the voices of several children chatting in the dining room. "I miss them so much. Honey, should we buy a dishwasher?" "No problem, hand washing is fine." Lin Feng has fallen in love with doing housework. He feels a sense of accomplishment when he cleans the house. Through the phone, they heard Sibeo's voice. Dad, we will give Zaya Abeo a red envelope later. You can take the money and buy what Zaya Abeo wants. Lin Feng responded, okay. Zaya Abeo played with toys for a while and found it boring, so he chatted seriously. Fourth brother, why are you darker again? Your teeth are so white. Sibeo has been training every day during this period. How can he not be darker? But even if he is dark, he is still handsome and still liked by many girls. Sibeo smiled. Do you like your brother to be dark? Do you think your brother is ugly? He decided that if his sister thinks he is ugly, when he goes back to training, he must apply sunscreen, hoping that he can slowly become white again. In the past, his sister was young and didn't understand beauty and ugliness. Now that she is in school, she has to improve her aesthetic taste. Zaya Abeo said against her will, brother, no matter whether he is dark or not, he looks good. Brother is the most handsome. Abeo couldn't help laughing. The insincere words were all over her face. She clearly had disdain in her eyes, but she said she loved him. Sibeo was very hurt. Okay, it's decided. She will apply sunscreen in the future and never let her sister dislike her. Abeo held her cheek and asked, Zaya Abeo, do you miss your second sister? Zaya Abeo nodded, I miss you so much. When will you come back? Zaya Abeo grew up little by little in the arms of her brothers and sisters. They changed Zaya Abeo's diapers, fed him milk, and took care of him meticulously. It is precisely because of this relationship that they dote on Zaya Abeo lawlessly. Abeo solemnly promised, next Children's Day, no matter how important it is, we will accompany Zaya Abeo to celebrate. The others nodded. Zaya Abeo thought about it and smiled. Actually, it's not necessary. Dad said you are very busy and studying very hard. This is a very important thing. Just study hard, and it's the same when you make a video call. This touched the brothers and sisters. Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi had already cleaned up the kitchen and sat over to watch TV. Sibeo, you've become darker again. Lin Feng complained about his son. Sibeo covered his face. Dad, stop talking. Zaya Abeo was disgusted with me just now. Zaya Abeo quickly explained, no, I don't dislike you. I like my brother very much. Sibeo's mood was a little better now. Dabeo asked about their health. Lin Feng smiled, your mother and I are in good health. You guys should also take good care of your health when you are outside and dress warmly. Don't save money. You should spend it where you should. We don't lack that. As long as you live well, your mother and I will be much happier, understand? The children are much more mature and stable than before, with clear facial contours. Especially Dabeo, who has always been stable, now wears glasses, and is gentle and stable. Abeo cut his hair short, and the whole person is capable and beautiful. Sanbeo has also changed a lot. He should have done his hair. He looks very fashionable. He wears a very trendy ring on his hand and often posts photos of performances on his circle of friends. Still the most delicate and good-looking, many entertainment companies wanted to sign her as an actress or model, but Sanbeo refused. She is the youngest among the four. Sibeo is almost unrecognizable, but her teeth are quite white. She smiles sunny and a little heartless. They reported their recent situation to their parents, and everything is fine. Raymond Lam hopes that they will not only report good news but not bad news. If you have anything unhappy, you can talk to your parents. It's best if they can make a decision. Even if we can't make a decision, it's good to be a listening ear. No matter what happens outside, your parents will always support you and be your strong backing. The children looked very moved. It's the first time to leave home to study. It's a lie to say that you don't miss home. The food is not as delicious as that made by your father, and there is no occasional nagging and care from your mother. There is no Zaya Abeo chattering beside you. Eating habits, acclimatization, interpersonal communication, all kinds of things need to be learned. Even though they are already very good and have strong adaptability. But they still miss the taste of home, thinking about their parents and Zaya Abeo. Video chat every night has become a must. Because of the time difference, it is already morning over there. On Saturdays and weekends, Lin Feng will also call in the morning. Lin Feng will clean the local chickens and ducks. After marinating for a day, vacuum dry them and send them to the children. In addition to this, there are also bacon and pig ears that he made during the Chinese New Year, which are all sent to the children one by one. They are not valuable things. I just want the children to taste them and feel the taste of home. After hanging up the video call, I took Zhang Yuxi to bed. Zhang Yuxi rolled on the bed and asked, "Dad, is it hard to go to school? This little girl hates to do troublesome and hard things the most. Unless she wants to do it." Lin Feng decided to change her mind while she is young. "No, studying is a very happy thing. Otherwise, why would you run so far to study for your brothers and sisters?" Zhang Yuxi said, obviously not believing what her father said. Zhang Yuxi doesn't like studying, she likes playing. Lin Feng. The tone was as firm as it could be. He asked with a smile, "If you don't study, you won't know how to read. If you don't know how to read, you will get lost and won't be able to do anything. What will happen when you grow up?" Zhang Yuxi blinked and asked worriedly, "Will you starve to death?" Lin Feng wanted to say no. But then he thought, yes. Zhang Yuxi panicked, "What should I do then?" Lin Feng quickly said, "Then go to school well." Zhang Yuxi's face fell, "But I don't like it." For some reason, Zhang Yuxi didn't like to brag when he heard about writing in school. In a panic, Zhang Yuxi fell asleep in a daze. Chapter 613. Zhang Yuxi is starving to death. The next day when she was at school, Zhang Yuxi suddenly remembered what her father had said to her last night. If she didn't study hard, she would starve to death in the future. Dada ran to the teacher and asked with confusion and trepidation, "Teacher, is studying important?" The teacher smiled and answered, "Of course, studying is a very important thing. We need to read to understand many things." Zhang Yuxi frowned, "Will I starve to death if I don't study?" It sounds very serious to talk about death with a child. So the teacher changed the way he said it. "I guess so. If you don't study hard, you won't be able to find a good job in the future, and adults will lose many important opportunities. For example, better development, making more money, etc. Of course, studying is not only for these, but also to enrich yourself. You can learn a lot of knowledge in books." Zhang Yuxi nodded, not quite understanding. "Anyway, studying is very important. If you don't study hard, you won't have a good job in the future and won't make money. If you can't make money, how can you buy food?" So, Zhang Yuxi thought that what her father said was right. Thinking of this, she was so panicked. She felt that she would starve to death in the future. Several teachers in the class found that Zhang Yuxi was not in a good state today and was very distracted. "Zhang Yuxi, what's wrong with you today? Are you feeling uncomfortable?" Zhang Yuxi's face was no longer smiling, and she shook her head and said, "Teacher, Zhang Yuxi doesn't want to go to school." The teacher was curious, "Is this why you are unhappy?" Zhang Yuxi nodded, thinking that this problem was very serious and related to her future eating problem. The teacher smiled, "You are still young now, and you will just let it go when you grow up." Zhang Yuxi didn't understand. The teacher asked again, "Did your father ask you to study hard?" Zhang Yuxi nodded and shook his head again. The teacher sighed, "Don't think so much, let's talk about the future later." Zhang Yuxi's brothers and sisters are all talented people, and each of them has achieved some success in different fields. Therefore, Zhang Yuxi's parents may have some expectations for her. I will go to her home for a home visit some other day. Communicate this issue with her parents. After all, she is a child, and she will forget about this matter completely after playing for a while. In the evening, the brothers and sisters sent a video call, and they chatted. Zhang Yuxi took the phone away. Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi were confused. Zhang Yuxi said, "I have a secret to tell my brother and sister, but we can't let mom and dad know." The couple looked at each other, both a little amused. How old is Zhang Yuxi? But he actually has a secret. Zhang Yuxi asked curiously, "Husband, what secret do you think Zhang Yuxi has that we can't know?" Lin Feng respected Zhang Yuxi. If she doesn't want to tell us, then forget it. Let her do it. It would be strange if a child this old could keep a secret. He could get it out of her before going to bed. But Lin Feng thought, let it be. Knowing how to keep a secret means that Zhang Yuxi has grown up a little bit and has more ideas. Zhang Yuxi went upstairs and looked at his brother and sister, tears falling down. It was like pearls breaking off a string, which scared them a lot. Oh my god, the heartless Zhang Yuxi is crying? Several people tried to comfort her. Zhang Yuxi, don't cry. Tell your fourth brother whether a classmate bullied you. Yes, tell your second sister who bullied you, and your second sister will deal with him. Zhang Yuxi, don't cry. Tell your third sister what happened. Yes, your fourth brother will help you find a solution, okay? Don't cry. Xiaobao is the most obedient. If she cries like this, she will be ugly. The little princess will not look good anymore. Xiaobao asked with sobs. Brothers and sisters, Xiaobao is almost starving to death. Several people. They concluded. The starving to death that Xiaobao said must not be the kind of starving to death that they understand. Dabao pursed his lips. Why are you starving to death? What do you want to eat? Can daddy make it for you? Sibao was the most impatient. Don't cry, little princess, tell me quickly, what happened? Sanbao comforted softly. How could you starve to death? Brothers and sisters are here. Erbao sighed. She knew Xiaobao best. Usually, the two of them played the best. Xiaobao, don't just cry, tell us what happened. Xiaobao wiped away tears. Dad said that if I don't study hard, I will starve to death. To be honest, studying is very important. The more Xiaobao talked, the more aggrieved he felt. But Xiaobao doesn't like going to school, and the thought of going to school gives Xiaobao a headache. If Xiaobao doesn't study hard, he won't be able to make money in the future, and won't be able to buy delicious food. She screamed, I'm so sad. Oh, so that's how it is. The four treasures suddenly realized and couldn't help laughing again. Isn't it too early to think about going to school when he's just in the kindergarten? Several people started to talk to Xiaobao. It's okay, Xiaobao, you don't have to go to school. Our brothers and sisters will support you. Sibao's words were met with a few people's rolling eyes. Although that's what they said, it's not okay to instill concepts like this. You see, Xiaobao was still crying just now. Now his eyes are like stars shining. Really? Well, since they said that, what else can they do? Several people explained. Xiaobao, no matter what happens, we have brothers and sisters here. Yes, we just need to do our best and study, and the grades are not important. On the other side, Zhang Yuxi received a call from Xiaobao's teacher. After chatting for 20 minutes, she hung up the phone. Lin Feng came over and asked, what did the teacher say? Zhang Yuxi was a little amused. The teacher asked if we put pressure on Xiaobao. Lin Feng didn't understand. What did she say? Today, Xiaobao asked the teacher if going to school is important, and if he will starve to death if he doesn't go to school. He also said that Xiaobao was not in good shape today and was always distracted. Lin Feng held his forehead and understood everything. No need to say. The secret in Xiaobao's mouth is probably this matter. Zhang Yuxi was a little amused. I explained to the teacher that we have always let the children's study take its course and have not forced them. Xiaobao is our middle-aged one, and we don't want anything else, just want her to be safe and smooth. This is the truth. But Lin Feng also wants to correct Xiaobao's learning attitude, and he is sincere. At this time, Xiaobao came out after the phone call. His eyes were red, but he was very happy. Lin Feng asked knowingly, what's the secret? Can you share it with mom and dad? Xiaobao hummed a song and smiled brightly. I won't tell you. At night, Xiaobao couldn't hold it back. He whispered in Lin Feng's ear, Dad, my brothers and sisters said they will support me in the future. Xiaobao won't starve to death even if he doesn't study. Lin Feng. Many years in the future, Lin Feng held Xiaobao's report card. Thinking of this night, he regretted that he should have persisted at the beginning. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelists. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 614 The one who is closest to the water gets the moon first. Lin Feng had never thought of forcing any of his children to study. In terms of study, let it go naturally. If you can get good grades, then get good grades. If you can't, it doesn't matter. Perhaps because of the rewards given by the system, the four treasures have all been very promising when they grew up. I don't know if it's because Xiaobao didn't get the rewards from the system or didn't know what study is, but he started to hate it and had a headache when he heard about it. Whenever the teacher assigned something, his face would be seeing his daughter sleeping like a piglet. Lin Feng felt curious and funny, and kissed his daughter's chubby little hands. If you don't want to study, then don't study. No one is forcing you, look how anxious you are. Zhang Yuxi sighed, you see, with the four treasures spoiling her in the future, she will definitely be lawless. Lin Feng didn't care. He had his own children, so he could do whatever he wanted. I used to be like this. My family was ups and downs, and sometimes I couldn't do things by myself. Now our family is not short of money. The children can do whatever they want, as long as they are happy. Zhang Yuxi recalled the time when she and Lin Feng first got together. Renting a house and riding an electric bike are luxuries. He is a new father. He has to take care of the baby and himself, and he has been busy all the time to get to where he is today. In Zhang Yuxi's heart, she has always owed Raymond Lam. Whatever my husband says is what I listen to you. After the Children's Day, there will be a holiday next month. Raymond Lam and Zhang Yuxi discussed that they would take Xiaobao to learn taekwondo, swimming, etc. during the holidays. Although there is an all-round athlete like Xiaobao at home, he is always soft-hearted when teaching Xiaobao. Who doesn't suffer for these? Zhang Yuxi has no objection. It's all right. She has always listened to Raymond Lam in terms of the education of the children at home. If it weren't for her husband's good education, how could all the children be so promising? It's all thanks to the children's father. Xiaobao was in the dormitory, chatting with his roommate. Suddenly asked, "Is your girlfriend a live streamer?" The roommate was confused. "Yes? What's wrong? Ask for me. What kind of sunscreen should boys use?" The roommate was shocked. "What are you going to do? Apply sunscreen?" Xiaobao touched his face sadly and said, "Yes, I've been so dark recently, Xiaobao dislikes me." The roommate. Xiaobao said to the mirror, "In the future, I will take good care of my skin and try to get white again. Otherwise I will be ugly, Xiaobao will not like me, and it will also lower the family's appearance." The roommate heard Xiaobao muttering that he was ugly. His fists were hard and he wanted to beat someone up. Damn, if he was ugly, what was he? Would he be scary when he went out? Xiaobao is only 18 years old this year. In such a good youth, he is already a veteran in the sports world. He is sunny, handsome, cheerful, helpful, and has a good family background. Many girls here are rushing to pursue him. They are so jealous. They can come to the national team, they are not bad, and their family background is not bad. But compared to Xiaobao, he was completely crushed into drags. Okay. Too much, really too much? Xiaobao had no idea. At this moment, the phone rang. It was the dormitory manager. She smiled and said that a girl was looking for him. Xiaobao refused directly. "I am very busy, auntie, I don't have time." Such scenes happen every day. The roommates shed tears of envy. On the other side, the chickens and other things that Lin Feng sent to the children have arrived one after another. Sanbao lives alone, cooks slowly by himself, and feels the taste of home. Others live in single dormitories, and the kitchen is shared. Few people use the public kitchen, and most of them have average family conditions. Cooking by yourself can save a lot of money. Some people are exceptions, such as Dabao and his friends. Dabao has always been mature and stable. He is the best at cooking except Sanbao. "I have eaten my father's food for more than 10 years, and those outside are not delicious at all. There is a kitchen, and I occasionally make egg noodles and porridge. In my spare time, I will make a delicious stew to reward myself." Bao originally thought that she could make do with it, but she never expected that she would almost vomit after eating the food outside. It was really not an exaggeration. Although it was a top university, the food in the cafeteria was okay, and some students thought it was delicious. But she couldn't get used to it at all. Exclamation mark. In the end, she could only patiently cook for herself and bought a clay pot and a big pot to stew. Sanbao didn't care about the food outside. She often went abroad when she was a child. She was already familiar with the food. But at that time, she only ate a few meals at most, and the whole family went out every time for a performance. They have their own villa in New York, and Raymond Lam would cook delicious food for them. Sanbao was the same as Bao. She wanted to make do with cooking, but she couldn't make do with it, so she had to cook it herself. Sanbao, needless to say, can eat anything. No matter if it's unpalatable or delicious, she can make do with it. It's impossible to say that she doesn't miss the taste of home. But because he was in China, his food was already very good. In addition, he was thick-skinned, and sometimes he went to the coach's house for free meals, and his life was very happy. Look, Dabao got the package, opened it, and his nose was sour. It was full of bacon made by his father, as well as preserved fruits and so on. He put them in the refrigerator one by one, and since it was still early, He took the things out to wash them. Lin Feng had already cut the native chicken into pieces and packed the amount for each meal, which was very convenient. Moreover, Lin Feng had distributed the ingredients for stewing to them. Stewing this thing does not require much cooking skills, and it can ensure that the children can eat well. Dabao's nose was sour. Since he came here, Lin Feng has sent them things intermittently. There are winter clothes and food. Dabao steamed the rice and put the chicken into stew. He was doing his homework on the side, and sometimes looked at the fire. Dabao is a top student in Massachusetts, a real top student, a top student among top students. He should be considered a god of learning. The teacher likes him very much and even applied for a scholarship for him. He is handsome, good at studying, and his family is outstanding. There are countless people chasing Dabao. Dabao said, they will only affect his own studies. Those on the same floor came over when they smelled the smell. Everyone got to know each other, and while chatting, Dabao saw that they were all looking at the pot. He smiled knowingly, let's eat together later. Several people of the same age were very happy. Dabao has a good personality and can get along well with many people. He has his own set of theories. Those who surround Dabao are all talented and have a good family background. They are very good to Dabao, and the main reason is, Dabao has 2 younger sisters. Whether in terms of appearance or ability, they are 1 in a million. They want to curry favor with this brother-in-law first, and then they will get the upper hand. Dabao knows what they are thinking. Hey, this kind of thing. His 2 younger sisters' future marriages still depend on them, and he and his father are in charge of these. Chapter 615, Beautiful, Strong and Miserable. Lin Feng sent an old hen. It needs to be slowly stewed in a clay pot, and you don't eat the meat, you have to drink the soup. Dabao knew that he was cooking in the kitchen, and his friends would definitely come over to eat. So he cooked a lot, and Lin Feng gave enough portions. If you don't come back during the summer vacation, then I'll send the things to you. When Lin Feng said to send them, he meant to have his private plane fly over. Once the things are loaded, there will be a lot of things to bring to the children. Wow, it smells so good. I can't wait to eat it. Since you came, we have fallen in love with Chinese food, it's simply great. After eating and drinking for free a few times, no matter how thick-skinned he was, he didn't feel embarrassed. Thinking that he was so smart, he just went online to learn. By the way, learn about their history. Then, they gave up and decided to eat ready-made food. Even dogs wouldn't eat what they made. Dabao prepared it for them and took care of them like an older brother. In fact, these people were 1 or 2 years older than him. Oh my god, this is so delicious, how did you do it? Yes, I saw you didn't do anything, just let it cook by itself. No, I must marry a girl from your place in the future, I want to eat your food. Everyone was talking at once, Dabao just smiled. When they learned that this was specially mailed by Lin Feng, they were all embarrassed. After eating, they took the initiative to clean up the dishes. On Stan's side, Dabao was doing homework with her chin in her hand. They didn't have classes this afternoon, but they had a lot of homework. She could only go out to play at night. In the kitchen, the chicken was also stewed, but she didn't have to watch it herself. Those foodies were watching the fire and reporting from time to time. Is it ready? Can we eat it? It's been 20 minutes, the meat is already rotten, it should be edible. Dabao stood up, and several people were overjoyed. They are all carefree and like Dabao. But Dabao's personality is cold, gym, school, cafeteria. It's almost a 3-point line life. He is not interested in dating, and only thinks about making money. In addition to completing her studies, she also had to make her own app, website, and live streaming platform. So, she was very busy. She was so busy that she didn't want to talk to them, giving people a cold image. Later, everyone learned that Dabao had an older brother and a younger brother. Crazy. What sisters or not, they want to be Dabao's sister-in-law. Sister-in-law, okay. Dabao arranged the dishes and took photos to send to the group. What a coincidence, Dabao and Sanbao were eating this. Sibao had to go to the coach's house in the evening and let the coach make it for him and eat ready-made food. Are you going out to play in the evening? Yes, I heard there is an event outside tonight, let's go together. Dabao said he was not interested, I'm going to the gym in the evening. It's not the first time they have eaten something sent to them, and every time they eat it, it's so exaggerated. Dabao laughed, do you have to be so exaggerated? They all said that for this bite of food, they also have to build a good relationship with Urbeo. Raymond Lamb would send things every now and then. Chickens and ducks are indispensable, not to mention bacon, delicious. And the snacks that Raymond Lamb usually makes. It's sent as if the shipping fee is free. In the evening, Urbeo went to the gym with his bag on his back. He greeted the front desk and vaguely heard them talking about him. Urbeo didn't care, changed his clothes, put his things away, and went to the treadmill with his mobile phone. It's her. I heard she's studying at Stan. Many of us are chasing her. Urbeo has long been accustomed to the looks of the opposite sex around him. He got on the treadmill, put on his Bluetooth headset and started running. Several young boys around him winked at each other and wanted to chat up. Among them, the most handsome and tallest boy walked over. He and Urbeo were schoolmates and had a crush on each other for a long time. "Hi, how are you?" Urbeo's eyes looked at his nose looked at his heart, and his mind was focused on running. The other party continued to work hard, stood in the most conspicuous place, and greeted Urbeo with a smile. Urbeo looked at him calmly. "Don't bother me." The other party just smiled. "I just want to get to know you." Urbeo was so tired and hated this kind of thing the most. After warming up for 10 minutes, the coach came over and greeted him politely. This is Urbeo finding a private trainer. When he was a kid, he learned Taekwondo with Dabeo and Sibeo, so he wanted to review it when he went to college. At the beginning, the other party saw that Urbeo was a slender girl, so he gave her a lot of discounts. Because the other party was just learning some self-defense skills. As a result, on the first day, she fought the coach to a 50-50 draw. The coach was almost beaten into autism. He thought it might be because he underestimated the enemy. Then he thought it over and felt that he could do it again. 3 times is the limit. The third time he was beaten to a 50-50 draw by Urbeo, the coach learned his lesson and couldn't afford to lose face. So, he practiced hard in private. Urbeo also came more frequently. The boys in the audience were all stunned. They didn't expect that Urbeo, who looked outstanding, could fight so well. She was really too tough. The good brother advised the white boy, "Brother, I think you should forget about this kind of girl. That's right, she might beat you to death if you make her unhappy." Urbeo returned to the dormitory and turned on the video on her phone. Sanbeo's troubles were no less than hers. Boys rushed to show their affection to her and approached her under various pretexts. She was not as good at fighting as Urbeo, but she would not let boys get the upper hand in a fight. Every time she went out, she would carry stun guns, baseball bats and other weapons for self-defense. "It's cold." "No, go away." "Do you know? You're annoying. You're so ugly. Where do you get the confidence to think you're handsome?" Gradually, Sanbeo became a poisonous tongue, and her words were very hurtful. However, it did not prevent so many people from pursuing her. Chapter 616, Nephew is born. Today is the weekend. When we made a video call at night, Zaya Abeo rolled around on the bed with his phone. Seeing how cute his baby sister is, he wanted to hug her. When Zaya Abeo is on vacation, they can go to Beijing to see Zaya Oya and the child. A few months ago, Zaya Oya gave birth. It was a son, named Mifan. Linji had said before that it was a boy. But everyone still had a glimmer of hope to see if it was a little princess. The 100th birthday banquet in July will be held after the 4 treasures and other children are on vacation. The little guy looks a lot like his mother, chubby and very cute. It's annoying to not sleep at night, and only sleep during the day. The adults also follow suit and reverse their day and night. Zaya Abeo likes this brother very much. Finally, there is a child younger than her. Looking forward to going to Beijing to play with her brother during the vacation. Days passed one by one. In a blink of an eye, it was time for summer vacation. Sanbeo will be a few days later, so he will fly to Beijing to meet him. Beijing. Raymond Lam used his private plane to bring all the big and small ones there. The hotel has been arranged, and the meal has been ordered for tomorrow afternoon at 6 o'clock. As soon as Zaya Abeo got off the plane, she couldn't wait to see her brother Mifan. She was also very curious and asked Lin Ji, why is it called Mifan, not porridge? Mifan had no name before. Both parents agreed that it would be easier to raise him with a cheap name. However, in the end, there was no name. This name was suddenly thought of by Zaya while eating. After calling it for a while, this is the nickname. Zaya Abeo said, "Oh," sitting in her father's arms and looking out a window, "it's so hot." Lin Ji smiled and said, We have a water park here, you can go. Zhang Yuxi was so happy when she heard there was something to play. First, they arrived at the hotel, put their things away, and went to Lin Ji's house. Lin Ji lives in a 2-bedroom, 1-living-room house, and Wen Xiaoya is a full-time mother taking care of Mifan. As soon as she entered the house, Wen Xiaoya had just tidied up the room. Brother, sister-in-law, you come. Dad, Mom, you are here too. I want my little brother Mimi. Zhang Yuxi looked up and asked, where's he? When Xiaoya hushed, little brother Mimi is sleeping, can we be quiet when we go to see him? Zhang Yuxi nodded, took Wen Xiaoya's hand and went to the baby room. Mimi was sleeping, snoring and super cute. Zhang Yuxi looked at her curiously and whispered, I want to play with little brother Mimi, when will he wake up? When Xiaoya took Zhang Yuxi out, little brother Mimi will wake up soon, can we wait for him for a while? Zhang Yuxi said, a little helpless. When Xiaoya found some snacks for her, eat. When Xiaoya stayed in the confinement center, Zhou Qilin didn't help much, she stayed with her for a month. After the baby was out of the month, the confinement nanny came to take care of him for half a month. When Xiaoya left only after she could take care of the child independently. Whenever she encountered any problems, Wen Xiaoya would call the confinement nanny, her mother-in-law, and Lin Feng. Mifan is very healthy and has always been healthy. But she and Lin Ji looked a lot more haggard, and it was because Mifan was always busy. She slept during the day and was busy at night. It's only been 3 months, and I don't know what to do in the future. Brother, sister-in-law, how did you take care of 4 children without a nanny? After taking care of the children, Wen Xiaoya realized that it was not easy. She admired Lin Feng very much. Zhang Yuxi never took credit, I don't have that ability, it's all thanks to your brother, I didn't help much. When Xiaoya admired him very much, I'm too busy to take care of Mifan now, I don't know how you did it. Lin Feng smiled, practice makes perfect, I didn't know how to do it at the beginning, but I got the hang of it slowly. If you are really too busy later, you can find a confinement nanny. With Lin Ji's current conditions, it would be no problem to keep hiring nannies. When Xiaoya smiled, we'll see when the time comes. If there's really no other way, this is the only way. Zhang Yuxi was playing with toys and felt bored. From time to time, he looked at the baby room to see if his little brother Mifan had woken up. When Xiaoya suddenly said, it seems that Mifan has woken up. Being a mother is like this, as if there is a radar installed on your head. If the child makes a little sound, you can hear it from a long distance. Zhang Yuxi followed Wen Xiaoya. After entering the room, she saw the child in the crib moving. She ran over excitedly, Mom and Dad, Mifan's little brother is awake. Mifan woke up, and she had to change his diaper and wash his butt. Zhang Yuxi watched from behind, he is so small. When Xiaoya smiled and said, yes, in the future, Mifan's little brother will grow up to be as big as you and your dad. Zhang Yuxi asked a little disappointedly, then when can I play with him? He is so small, there is no way to play with him. When Xiaoya picked up her son, wait a little longer. Zhang Yuxi came over, looked at Mifan's little brother, and asked carefully, can I kiss him? It feels so cute. When Xiaoya handed her son over, Zhang Yuxi gave him a kiss, he smells so good. Xiaoya sighed, children grow up so fast. Zhang Yuxi sighed, yes, in a blink of an eye, they are already in college. Looking at the younger one, he is not much bigger than Mifan. Zhang Yuxi was embarrassed, feeling that she was an old clam giving birth to a pearl. Lin Feng didn't understand what his wife meant by her coquettish expression, what's wrong? Zhang Yuxi sighed. Forget it, it's not the husband's fault, she is also responsible. Besides, with Zhang Yuxi's company, they are very happy. After a while, Mifan fell asleep again. Zhang Yuxi was no longer interesting, lying on the sofa watching TV boredly. But the volume was turned down very low, and it felt boring. Lin Ji smiled and said, are you bored? I'll take you out to play in the afternoon, okay? Zhang Yuxi suddenly became energetic, okay. In this generation of the family, Zhang Yuxi is the youngest, although her brothers and sisters will cooperate with her to play. But she feels embarrassed. It's more fun to play with people of the same age. After lunch, Lin Feng took Zhang Yuxi and others out to play. They went to the water world. And Lan also came this time, but Liu Bo and the 2 children did not. And Lan's 2 sons were not as promising as the 4 treasures, but their high school grades were just okay. They did not fall behind in the tutoring they needed. They did their best. The children also did their best. One was in junior high school and the other was in high school, and they were both under great pressure. Every time Lan wanted the children to cheer up, she would get scared when she saw the news. After discussing it with Liu Bo again and again, she thought it was better to forget it. Successes like this, each has their own destiny. I just hope that my sons will have a skill, so that they don't have to worry about where they go, as long as they can support themselves. And Lan's children are not much different. One is going from junior high school to high school, and the other is taking the high school entrance exam. She was so busy that her hair fell out in clumps. Later, she thought it was just like that, and her mentality improved. She suddenly became a Buddhist. When talking about children, her catchphrase is, "Children and grandchildren have their own blessings, let them be. What else can I do?" She did her best. The main reason is that Lin Feng's children are too outstanding. Looking around, the other children in the family are as ordinary as KK and the others. It's Lan who has too high expectations. Chapter 617 The Four Treasures Return Home. In the dressing room, Lan looked at Zhang Yuxi with envy. Long legs, full front, elastic skin, no signs of aging. Yuxi, so many years have passed, you don't seem to have aged at all. Zhang Yuxi also noticed this. Maybe it's because the medicine Lin Feng gave me before. Unfortunately, the medicine was never found in the end. Lan sighed, envious. The children were the happiest in the water world. Lan's son, Lin Jiajian's son. Lin Feng and others played cards, and the women went for spa. Xia Abao became the group's favorite, and the brothers in the family were all around her. That's right, she has no sister. Lin Xiaolin didn't come this time, otherwise, she would have a sister. Her cousins are not as good looking as Dabao and others, but they are still very outstanding. In addition to being young, there is naturally a filter. Whatever Xia Abao wants to play, they take her to the children's area to play. Lin Rui's family has 2 sons, Lin Jiajian's family has 2 sons, Yu Zhang's family has 1 son, and Lan's family has 2 sons. From graduating to working, to now in junior high school. 7 brothers are playing around Xia Abao. Just ask, is that a good picture? Xia Abao has almost finished playing and is tired, so he wants to go eat. You guys play, I'll watch you play. Look, the 7 brothers just started playing, and she is watching from below. Xia Abao feels lost. If her brothers and sisters are here, it would be so nice. After playing for a while, Xia Abao went to find Lin Feng. Dad, hug me. Lin Feng hugged her and asked gently, what's wrong? Xia Abao pouted, I miss my brothers and sisters. Lin Feng smiled, they will be here tonight. I want them to get here quickly. There's nothing I can do about it. You can't catch a plane. Xia Abao smiled, yawned, and fell asleep. Soon she fell asleep. Lin Feng hugged her and fanned Xia Abao while chatting. Lin Jiajian, Lin Rui and others have become greasy uncles, with belly fat that is unbearable to look at. Especially Lin Jiajian, he used to be quite handsome, with the maturity and stability of a middle-aged uncle. Now, tisk tisk tisk. If they have any worries, it is definitely that they did not give birth to a daughter. They were so ambitious at the beginning, but now they can only envy, their hearts are so painful. When they had their second child, they thought about having a daughter like Erbao and Sanbao, so cute, and how happy it would be to be a daughter slave. When they had their third child, they thought about having a daughter like Xia Abao. Oh, they don't have a third child, they are dreaming. Half an hour later, Xia Abao woke up from the heat. Dad? Lin Feng hummed, what's wrong? I'm hot. Then let's go to sleep in the house. There were fans and air conditioners outside, and Lin Feng thought it shouldn't be hot. Xia Abao woke up in a daze. I want to call my brother and sister. Lin Feng said, they just called and said they need to transfer. They will arrive in 2 hours. Xia Abao perked up, I want to meet him at the airport. Lin Feng said with a doting look on his face, okay, we will drive Uncle Lin Ji's car when the time comes, okay. Okay. At the airport, Xia Abao kept looking around. Others also came. Finally, after looking forward to it, the 4 treasures arrived. The last time we met was 3 months ago after the Chinese New Year. It has been more than 5 months since we last met, and the most obvious one is the 4 treasures. Although the 4 treasures have done a good job of sun protection and beauty care in the later period, They have also changed a lot. I can only say that they have improved a little bit. But this little bit, Lin Feng, who has not seen it for several months, can't see. The four treasures are dark and unique, and they are very prominent among the few people. Zhang Yuxi was stunned. Why is Sibao so dark? Then she looked distressed. This child must have suffered a lot. Lin Feng nodded. It's not that easy for them to train. Dabao is mature and steady, Erbao is capable, Sambao is noble and elegant, Sibao is sunny and handsome. Each child has changed, with a strong and confident smile. Zion Abao shouted happily, Then, she cried. Fourth brother, why are you so ugly? Zion Abao actually wanted to say, why are you so dark? It's even darker than the one in the mobile phone video, which is a bit unacceptable to Zion Abao. She was sad. Are you hurt? This made Sibao very amused and distressed. No, brother is tanned. Lin Feng came over to explain, because brother often trains outside, it's very hard, so he got tanned. Zion Abao sobbed and said, then the fourth brother has worked hard. Sibao picked her up. Let me see, our little princess hasn't seen you for a few months. Has she gained weight? Zion Abao snorted coquettishly. I haven't gained weight, I won't gain weight. Zion Abao has become beautiful now. Although she likes to eat, she doesn't allow people to say she is fat. Sibao laughed. Fat is so cute. I like chubby Zion Abao, the cutest. Erbao came over to grab him. Okay, let me hug you. He took it. It was a little heavier. He had gained weight. Zion Abao, did you miss me? Zion Abao nodded and hugged Erbao. She's not here. No one plays with me. This sentence almost broke Erbao's defense. Sibao and Erbao like to play with Zion Abao the most, and they are the closest to them. Erbao kissed his sister hard. Come, let your sister kiss you. This made Zion Abao giggle. The elder brother and sister took turns hugging each other at the airport, and then the group took a car back to the hotel. As long as the four treasures are there, it will not be Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi's turn to take care of Zion Abao. They can also do their own things and leave Zion Abao to them. In the car, Zion Abao said regretfully, we went to the water park today, it was fun. Sanbao smiled and said, we will go again tomorrow. Zion Abao nodded. There are 7 brothers, plus 2 brothers in his own family, a total of 9. Zion Abao is so happy. In the evening, go out to the night market and the food city. A large group of people immediately attracted the attention of passers-by. The internet is so developed now. As the most famous 4 treasures in the family, they are good-looking and have many fans. Therefore, it is easy to be recognized in this place in Beijing. Look, someone came to ask. Hello, are you 1, 2, 3, 4? It really is. Can I take a picture with you? I failed the college entrance examination this year and didn't get into my ideal university. Can you encourage me? After a while, I met familiar people again. Can you give me an autograph? I was able to get into my ideal university because of watching your live broadcast. Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow, Sanbao is so beautiful. Can we be friends? No, you are Erbao, right? Then can we be friends? The 4 treasures. Chapter 618 Being a little actor. It is summer vacation now. Many children are on vacation, and there are many classmates on the street. Barbecue and beer are naturally indispensable in the summer night market. Linji took them to the barbecue stall that he used to like to eat the most. There was a huge group of people, and all the seats were filled. Linji asked, Boss, can you grill all the dishes here for us? The boss happily agreed and quickly called his family to help. The 2 brothers Lindan and Lindashan have been in good health in recent years. They started to keep healthy with Zhao Lizian and Zhou Qilan and stopped eating this stuff. From 8:30 in the evening, they ate until 12:30. Zion Abao was so sleepy that he fell asleep in Sanbao's arms. After eating and drinking, they returned to the hotel. The next day, there was a 100-day banquet. It was still grand, and all the relatives of the woman were invited. Many dignitaries also came, all of whom were old friends of Wen Xiao's parents and are now retired. Rice was wearing a red one-piece dress with a bowl of rice on it and the words contentment is happiness written below. Whenever Miffin was awake, Zion Abao would follow him around. Lin Jiajin joked, if you want a younger brother, go find your parents and ask them to give you one. Zion Abao ran over and told him about it. Zhang Yuxi held her forehead, feeling quite embarrassed. Nowadays, many women in their 40s give birth to children. But Zhang Yuxi didn't want to have children, and neither did Lin Feng. After coaxing Xiaobao for a long time, she finally gave up the idea. At Mifen's 100-day banquet, Lin Feng gave 500,000 yuan on behalf of the family. Each of the 4 treasures gave 60,000 yuan. The parents gave 280,000 yuan. The others gave 10,000 or 20,000 yuan, and Lin Rui and Lin Jiajin gave 60,000 yuan. All this money was saved by Mifen, and the little guy is now a little rich man. Speaking of little rich men, Xiaobao now has 6 or 7 million yuan on her card. Half of the money was given to her by her brothers and sisters. Xiaobao turned around and gave it to her parents, asking them to help save it. She is not interested in money, she likes to play. Anyway, her parents, brothers and sisters will buy her whatever she wants. Moreover, every time it is her birthday, she will receive many red envelopes, and the money is given to Lin Feng for safekeeping. She is only 3 years old. When she grows up, she doesn't have to work and doesn't have to worry about money. After eating the centenary banquet, Xiaobao yawned and agreed with her brothers and sisters to go to the water park in the afternoon. It is rare for her brothers and sisters to come back this time, and Xiaobao must satisfy her any request. Sanbao picked up Xiaobao, sleep with Sanji at noon today, okay. Xiaobao nodded, okay. Bao also followed, I'm coming too. What nap? Play until after 3 o'clock and sleep until 4:30. The adults said they didn't want to go, it was very tiring. Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi wanted to accompany the children, so they went with them. Play in the children's area first, then the adult area. Xiaobao, wrapped by a dozen brothers and sisters, seemed to be glowing, and many people cried with envy. Whatever Xiaobao wanted, the brothers and sisters around her rushed to give it to her. Whatever she wanted to do, she didn't need to say, they rushed to ask. Want to walk? That doesn't exist. So many people took turns to hug and lift him up. The relationship between the 4 treasures generation is still very good, and they have their own group. The 4 treasures have achieved what they have today, but they are not arrogant and conceited, just like they always are to their brothers. The adults play by themselves, go to the water world, and go shopping. Except for Sanbao, the other children know taekwondo and their kung fu is not bad. The adults are also relieved that they can take Xiaobao to play. Xiaobao sits on Sibao's neck, holding his head and disdainfully, 4th brother's head stinks. Sibao complained, it's not my head that stinks, it's the shampoo in the water park that smells like this. Even so, Xiaobao still lets Sibao carry him, except for a few bites of ice cream occasionally. Xiaobao is not allowed to eat the barbecue sold by the vendors outside. She is still young, and eating these will easily cause diarrhea. Look, Xiaobao is sitting on Sibao's shoulders, enjoying the ice cream service fed by Dabao. On the other side, Sanbao is fanning her, fearing that she will get hot and mosquito bites. No, I want to play with a gun shooting game. Satisfied. Xiaobao couldn't play, so Sibao took her to play and got a stuffed toy. After a while, the novelty wore off, and Xiaobao wanted to buy something else. Walking and walking, they came to a brand jewelry store, and Xiaobao was attracted by a crown. Standing outside the window, pointing at the crown, she said, buy it. The clerk smiled and said, this is priced at 4,800 yuan. Now there is a promotion, and you can take it away for 4,500 yuan. The discount for their brand was originally small, and they were afraid that the other party would not buy it. Dabao ate the ice cream in a few bites. I bought it. Okay, I'll pack it now. No, just put it on now. Xiaobao couldn't wait to put it on and looked at herself in the mirror. The brothers and sisters praised her in various ways, and Xiaobao was even happier. The clerk looked at Xiaobao, who was loved by everyone, and thought of her only daughter, and was extremely envious. Beijing is very big, and there are many rich people in Beijing. This area is full of luxury goods, and they are not interested in them. However, if it is suitable for Xiaobao, they will go into the store to take a look. After walking for a while, a man came over to say hello. Hello, I'm Liu Qing, this is my business card. He handed out a business card to everyone. It said that he was the boss of a film and television company, and everyone understood. They must be looking for the 4 treasures to act. It would be a pity if they didn't make their debut with such good looks. The 4 treasures and others refused. The man refused, no, I want to ask this kid to act. Several people frowned. Zaya Abeo asked curiously, "What role?" The man explained, "It's a TV series and a movie, and it will be shown on TV." Zaya Abeo opened his eyes wide. "Ah, then this is an actor." The man nodded and quickly said, "Yes, then your parents, brothers and sisters can see you on TV." Zaya Abeo tilted his head and asked, "Do you want to pay?" The man smiled, "Yes." Zaya Abeo agreed to be a little actor immediately. But this matter is not just her decision, she needs to discuss it when she goes home. Dabeo agreed to this matter, and they left each other a contact number and then separated. When he got home, Lin Feng learned about this and looked at Zaya Abeo. He always respects the choices of the children, whether it is the four treasures or Zaya Abeo. Does Zaya Abeo like it? Yes. Looking at Zaya Abeo with an innocent face, Raymond Lam reminded her. But being an actor is very hard. Can you endure hardship? Sure enough, Zaya Abeo got nervous when she heard about enduring hardship. How hard is it? In short, it's very hard. Then I can give it a try. This matter cannot be explained clearly in a few words. Seeing that his daughter was very interested, Raymond Lam hesitated for a moment. Okay, let's give it a try, how about it? If you don't like it, I won't do it. But if Zaya Abeo likes it, Dad hopes you will stick to it, okay? Zaya Abeo had no objection, okay. When the four treasures were still young, someone came to them and wanted to sign them to be child stars, and the remuneration was very generous. When the children were older, they were invited again. Raymond Lam also let the children make a choice, but they were not interested. Because one wanted to become a transformer, and the other wanted to become Ultraman. Sanbeo wanted to perform and so on, and was not interested in that. Erbeo wanted to join, but when he heard that he had to leave home, he gave up because he was not very interested. Horizontal ellipsis. Chapter 619 Investing in this movie. The next day, after 10 o'clock in the morning, the other party called and it seemed that he had come on time. As a guardian, Raymond Lam asked the other party to meet and discuss in detail. The two came to a coffee shop. "Hello, I am Liu Qing, the boss of Fiang Film and Television Company. This is my business card and this is the relevant information of my company." When Zaya Abeo was chosen, he saw that she was cute and didn't think much about it. Later, he heard about it from his colleagues in the company and checked it online. Only then did he find out that the other party was not ordinary. He actually had no hope, but decided to try his best, just in case the other party agreed. He was ecstatic to know that the other party took the initiative to ask him out. This thing has a chance. Raymond Lam also investigated this company last night. It is a small company with a registered capital of 200,000 and more than 10 people. Well, it is a very small company. Last year, a low-budget movie was shot, which received mediocre response and earned 1 or 2 million. Now it is planning a new script. It is said that the script alone took 2 years to polish. Overall, this film and television company is very small and weak. It is not easy to attract investment, let alone pay. Liu Qing is a down-to-earth person. He said that he would only pay 20,000 yuan. No more, really. Seeing that he was sincere and the company was in a hurry, Lin Feng chose to let his daughter audition. "Okay, if you don't like it, you can leave. But it's not allowed in the middle of the filming. We can let her go to the crew to experience it." Lin Feng understood and nodded, "Okay." The company is in Beijing, and the filming time is about 1 or 2 months, just in time for the summer vacation. Liu Qing has already started filming, but because they can't find a suitable child actor, the progress is very slow. Back at the hotel, Lin Feng told Zhang Yuxi about this. "We're going to the crew tomorrow, let Zaya Abeo audition, experience it for a day or 2 to see if he can adapt." Zhang Yuxi had no objection, "Okay." When the four treasures learned that Zaya Abeo was going to act, they also joined in the fun. They haven't been to the set yet, so it's a good time to expand their horizons. At 10 o'clock, they drove to the designated location and came to a simple crew. It was obviously a very poor crew. Liu Qing, as the boss and director, was very busy. The staff came to him, "Director, there are so many people outside. They are all good looking. Are they the extras you found?" An old employee smiled and said, "What are you thinking? Our crew is so poor, how can we afford good-looking people?" Because they couldn't afford to hire beautiful male and female protagonists, the script only wrote Grandpa and Grandma. Therefore, the Grandpa and Grandma in the play were played by Liu Qing's parents themselves to save costs. There is no one else in such a poor company. Liu Qing reacted immediately and hurried out to greet them. Seeing a large number of handsome men and beautiful women, his eyes were straight. It would be great if they came to participate in his movie. Lin Feng went over to greet him. Sorry, I brought so many people here today. Liu Qing smiled slightly. It's okay, it's just that our place is a little simple, you just have to make do with it. Come in, please come in. Because of the limited conditions, it was very stuffy inside. Add to that the smell of the props, the smell is even worse. Everyone frowned at the same time. As a child who loves his parents, no one would want their children to stay in such working conditions. Liu Qing explained, we have built a studio here. The conditions are limited and we can't get any investment. This is the best. Lin Feng thought he was honest. Zhang Yuxi stood at the door, looking around curiously. Lin Feng observed his daughter's reaction and pulled her aside to ask, Zhang Yuxi, acting is like this. Are you willing to stick with it? Zhang Yuxi was hesitant. She had been pampered since she was a child and had never suffered any hardship. Lin Feng pursed his lips, thought for a while and said, how about this, you try it today, if you like it we stick to it, okay. After all, it's not easy to do anything. Look at Dabao brother, he has to stay up for several nights for an experiment. Erbao's sister is doing design and selling goods, she goes to bed very late, right. Sanbao's sister practices piano, it takes many days and many times, right. Sibao brother practices swimming, he swims all afternoon, very persistent and hardworking, right. And mom, for work, works overtime until very late. What they want to do, they work very hard. Because this is what they want to do and like. Dad hopes you can do the same, no matter what. Dad and mom, brothers and sisters will accompany you. Children are spoiled now. Thinking about a past in the countryside, 5-year-old brothers and sisters would take care of younger brothers and sisters. When they were very young, they would already share the housework. Although their family is not short of money, Zhang Yuxi can also have no worries about food and clothing for the rest of her life. However, Lin Feng still hopes that Zhang Yuxi has good personality. He held Zhang Yuxi's hand and encouraged her. Zhang Yuxi mustered up his courage. Okay, Zhang Yuxi, give it a try. Lin Feng gave Zhang Yuxi a thumbs up. Zhang Yuxi is awesome. Dad gives you a thumbs up. Zhang Yuxi smiled slightly. I can do it. Lin Feng nodded heavily. Of course, Zhang Yuxi is the best in our family. The people around him listened, although they didn't want Zhang Yuxi to do such a hard thing. But how can a child not work hard? Be brave to try. Liu Qing was very worried. With the conditions of their crew, it was understandable that they left. They didn't lack the 20,000 yuan. For example, the bag they are carrying now costs more than 100,000 yuan. The small crown on Zhang Yuxi's head costs more than 4,000 yuan. I saw them buy it with my own eyes that day. Thinking of this, Liu Qing sighed and was ready for them to leave. Director. I know you want to leave, I can understand. No, my daughter wants to give it a try. Ah. Liu Qing was happy. Okay, kid, please come this way. Lin Feng said, in addition, I will invest in your movie as an investor. Liu Qing exclaimed, and then he was ecstatic. Please come this way. My office is over here. Let's talk inside. Lin Feng followed Liu Qing to discuss investment. Xiao Bao was brought into the set for an audition. There was an assistant director here, who was Liu Qing's partner and also graduated from the film academy. The two began to work together after graduation, mainly shooting short videos at first, and then they made money and started making movies. It was the kind of situation where they were not starving to death, nor were they poor. Xiao Bao has a strong ability to adapt. When the assistant director explained the play to her, she understood it very well. If she was asked to laugh, she would laugh. If she was asked to cry, she would cry. She memorized the lines well, but it was not as good as the script, but she could say it with her own understanding, and her reaction was more real. The assistant director was overjoyed and praised Xiao Bao with all kinds of rainbow farts. Xiao Bao smiled and wiped the sweat from his forehead. It's so hot here, I want to eat ice cream. The assistant director hurriedly said, Uncle will buy it for you right away. People around Xiao Bao wiped their sweat and fanned her, and she was treated like a princess. Chapter 620. This drama is going to be a hit. Zhang Yuxi came over and asked her daughter, Zhang Yuxi, how do you feel? Zhang Yuxi nodded, it's fun, Zhang Yuxi likes it. She originally played a person of the same age, so Zhang Yuxi had no pressure and the effect was excellent. The script was set up like this. Zhang Yuxi played a baby whose parents lived abroad and died in an accident. Later, Zhang Yuxi went to her grandparents' house and lived a ridiculous but warm life. Zhang Yuxi's temperament and appearance are very consistent with the little princess in the script. Seeing that Zhang Yuxi liked it so much, Zhang Yuxi pursed her lips and said nothing. She thought that as long as her husband invested, the conditions here would be improved, and Zhang Yuxi would not have to work so hard. Yuxi rubbed his chin. I think acting is quite interesting. Do you want us to make a cameo appearance? Yuxi likes to play the most, and he agreed immediately. Okay. Others said it didn't matter. Because now they are also half celebrity, they are famous even if they don't appear on the screen, there is no difference. Yuxi ran over to find a tutor. At this time, the assistant director brought ice cream to Zhang Yuxi. This is the most expensive, more than 20, and his flesh hurts. However, he immediately stopped feeling distressed. You guys want to guest star, too? Sure. I have a few roles here. Take a look. Even if there are no roles, they have to create them. For their looks, he can do it, and so can the screenwriter. Oh, he is the screenwriter. Lin Feng followed Liu Qing to the office and looked around. It was called an office, but it was actually a small room. There were chairs and benches, a squeaking electric fan, and a water dispenser. Liu Qing poured Lin Feng a glass of water. Please. Lin Feng took it. Thank you. Liu Qing didn't hesitate and asked directly, well, how much do you plan to invest? Lin Feng didn't know much about movies, and didn't know how much money a movie would cost. Judging from the publicity, it would cost tens of millions or even hundreds of millions. First, there are special effects, and second, there are actors. Lin Feng asked back, how much money do you need now? That question stumped Liu Qing, because there is no upper limit. Well, we are still 2 or 3 million short. They only had more than 1 million to shoot, and they were already frugal. Lin Feng said, then I will invest 8 million first. If you don't have enough funds, come back to me. 8 million? Liu Qing was stunned and a little incoherent. You can rest assured that our script is absolutely good. We have been polishing it for 2 years and we can definitely make money. Lin Feng nodded, I believe you. At that moment, the two signed the contract and transferred the money to Liu Qing's account. Because the money was not small, the bank called for consultation and it arrived in seconds. The first thing Lin Feng did after investing was to upgrade the conditions of the crew. How could Liu Qing not understand? To put it bluntly, he invested this money for his daughter. No problem. Lin Feng came over and learned that Zhang Yuxi liked to act and thought it was fun. She used to be a drama queen, quirky and clever, and this would give her room to play. Knowing that the 4 treasures would also make guest appearances, Lin Feng did not object and told them to do their best. Today, I mainly came here to discuss things, and the filming will continue tomorrow. After the group left, Liu Qing went to find the assistant director and said, the script needs to be revised. The assistant director was adjusting the script. It's being revised. Liu Qing smiled foolishly and called a meeting. Everyone was in the open space outside the studio, and he told them the good news of the investment of 8 million. Some of these people did it because of their movie dreams, and some did it for the salary. Upon hearing the news, everyone was very happy and danced with joy. Since there is 8 million to bless, the conditions must not be so simple. Let's go. The cost of shooting an urban-themed drama does not cost much. The crew's grandparents' home is his own home. But to mobilize buses, etc., all require funds. Now that I have this money, I don't worry. The next day. Anyway, the family is fine, so they came to the crew early. This time, it was shot at Liu Qing's home. There are fans and air conditioners, and the conditions are not bad. Liu Qing asked Lin Feng, how do you think of shooting in this room? Lin Feng smiled, you decide, whatever is suitable. If you need another house or environment, I can help you find it. Liu Qing was so excited that he quickly sat down with Lin Feng. There are several big scenes in our drama. One is a villa worth tens of millions, and the other is a yacht. These big scenes need to be rented, and the price is not low. Moreover, if the shooting is not smooth, it will be delayed for a few days, which will cost more. Lin Feng said, I have some houses under my name. I will take pictures to show you if they can be used. As for the yacht, I have one, which has not been used in the past few years. See if it is suitable. If it is suitable, I will take it for maintenance. Liu Qing kept saying that it was no problem. Because of the shooting, the room was specially renovated. Xia Abeo looked here and there. Liu Qing's parents like Xia Abeo very much, and the three of them get along very happily. The four treasures also have their own roles, and they are all very satisfied. At the request of Abeo, she chose an unpopular role. A rebellious little beauty. She felt that she could challenge it. On the third day, Lin Feng took pictures of all the houses under his name and showed them to Liu Qing. The Villa Mingai Villa is the one he is most satisfied with. And the Yard Room, both are excellent. Lin Feng also owns an entire floor in Yangcheng Center. If Liu Qing's plot requires it, he can go there to shoot. Oh, there is also a beach villa that can be used for filming. This can save a lot of money. This money can be used for publicity. Liu Qing has a hunch that his drama will be a hit. I will be with my daughter during this time. You can tell me if you have any needs. Liu Qing nodded, grateful and didn't know what to say. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 621, Operational Genius. With Raymond Lam as an investor, Liu Qing and the assistant director began to show their talents and resumed filming. The previous actors didn't matter, as long as they could get paid. In the following time, Raymond Lam accompanied Xia Abeo in acting. She is the heroine, with a lot of scenes, and it is quite tiring to shoot for a day. Fortunately, she has brothers and sisters to accompany her in acting all day, which is also very fun. Raymond Lam accompanies the children in the crew every day, and he finds it interesting to watch them act. Abeo is a genius in operations. She specially asked the director to record a scene of herself and Xia Abeo quarreling. Then she recorded a scene of their life outside the play. She sent out the first segment first, and Abeo, who has 30 million fans, was bombarded on Weibo. What's going on? Are the two sisters fighting? Xia Abeo is so cute, how can you bear to make her cry? Oh my god, isn't this quarrel too fierce? Isn't it said that you have a good relationship as siblings? Someone took a photo of you playing in Waterworld a few days ago. Haha, it's the personality. One day the personality will collapse. I hope you can be more patient with children. My brother is also this old, so annoying. Oh my god, Xia Abeo is crying so pitifully. As many people like Abeo as there are people who hate her. Abeo was admitted to Stan, earning millions a year, and founded her own company and learning brand. Life is like a cheat. She is the most high profile of the four treasures. She often appears in the public's field of vision and shares every bit of her life. Sometimes the four treasures will work together, and live teaching also has a ranking. The platform and the teachers share 50-50, which attracts more teachers to come in for live broadcasts. Free time, free courses, and unlimited content, as long as it is closely related to learning. Now, it has become a three-legged tripod with two certain platforms. According to the current data, it is not impossible to rank first. This time, they thought they had caught Abeo's black material and scolded him online. But who is Abeo? He ignored these people and released a follow-up after half an hour. Friends, it suddenly dawned on me. That's it. It turned out to be acting. I said it was impossible. The relationship between this family is super good. I want to know what movie it is. Haha, Xia Abeo is the protagonist? I don't know why, I'm actually looking forward to it. I must go to see it. They all participated in it. What kind of magical movie is this? Goddess, are you trying to develop in the film and television industry? Rich people can really do whatever they want. MV. Abeo also added director Liu Qing. Everyone thought it was a movie invested by Raymond Lam, but later found out. This movie was announced to start shooting 2 months ago. Liu Qing is also a strange person, with 300,000 fans online. More than half of them came to see how this director cried poor in various ways. Fans felt that he was so pitiful that they couldn't help donating money for him to shoot. This idea is obviously unrealistic. After all, making a movie can easily cost millions, tens of millions, or even hundreds of millions. Well, think about it. It's quite interesting to see him crying poor. Liu Qing took advantage of the popularity to tell netizens the ins and outs of finding the heroine. By the way, he advertised. Now, The movie has attracted a lot of fans, and the official fans immediately increased by 200,000. It only took 3 hours. Some time ago, Zhang Yuxi followed Raymond Lam to the set, and later returned to Guangzhou because of school matters. The four treasures finished their parts and did their homework on the set one by one. Thanks to them, Liu Qing has materials to update Weibo every day. The behind-the-scenes footage every day makes people look forward to this drama more, and the number of fans is increasing. This filming took only half a month. Raymond Lam and the four treasures lost weight. But Xia Abeo gained weight and thought the food here was delicious. Raymond Lam. When Raymond Lam accompanied his daughter to act, he would also buy water, fruits, etc. for the crew. The quality of life of the crew has suddenly improved qualitatively. Finally, Raymond Lam simply bought a freezer and let them take it themselves. After half a month of filming, the crew came to Micheng. The house of Mingai Villa was worth $500 million before, then more than 200 million yuan, and now even more than 300 million yuan. In recent years, with a rapid economic development, Mingai Villa, as a representative building of the city, is a house that you may not be able to buy even if you have money. When the crew came, Joe Killen had already cleaned the room. I hope they can be more careful when filming and don't break things. Liu Qing took a lot of photos of the mansion. Today I'll take you to see Micheng, a mansion worth more than 300 million yuan. Haha, I'm so proud of myself. The fans sighed. It's different with investors. It's been a long time since I saw him crying poor. Oh my god, I've learned a lot. I knew their family was rich, but I didn't expect them to be so rich. I'm jealous, I'm crying. They are so rich, and they work so hard. What about us? What about us? This is a mansion we can't even dream of. Ah, I live here too. This is the best location, with the largest area. I can visit the set, I can chase stars. Sisters upstairs, I don't know whether I envy you for being rich or for being able to chase stars. Seek autographs, please, sisters, we need you. This young lady is also a ruthless person. After learning the location, she dressed herself up and went to visit the set with fruits and chocolates. And the whole process was live broadcast. Ah, sisters, I'm going now, cheer me up. I'm so excited, I wonder if they will let me in. Hey, it's really here, look, this is the shooting site, I'll go and communicate with them. The crew asked Liu Qing for his opinion. Liu Qing asked Lin Feng again, and got a reply saying, let her in. The young lady took the camera and started to follow. I see. This is Xia Abeo, she's so cute and chubby, I really want to hug her. Look, Xia Abeo's acting skills, I personally think they're better than some popular stars. The number of viewers has risen from 10,000 to 100,000 now, and it's still rising. This made the young lady flattered and worked harder. Let's take a look here. I can't even walk because of Xia Abeo. Click, a break in the middle. Xia Abeo ran off to play. The young lady hurried over. Xia Abeo, Xia Abeo. Xia Abeo turned around after hearing this. Who are you? The young lady explained her purpose, and Xia Abeo said oh, and greeted the fans in the live broadcast room very naturally towards the camera. Facing the camera, she was not timid at all, and was calm. The young lady asked gently, where are your brothers and sisters? Xia Abeo said very well, doing homework in the living room. Speaking of doing homework, the expression on Xia Abeo's face was so ugly. Doing homework is the most annoying thing. Chapter 622 Envious Netizens. Xia Abeo, like a little adult, took the little sister to the living room. In the living room, 4 people were writing their homework furiously, and they didn't notice anyone coming in. The god of learning is different when doing homework, and the momentum is not comparable to them. The first one to finish was Dabeo, I'm done. Erbeo followed closely, haha, I'm done too. Xia Abeo walked over, I'm back. Only then did they notice Xia Abeo, and Sanbeo didn't do his homework anymore. It was so fun to play with Xia Abeo. Hello everyone, I also live in this community. I saw director Liu's Weibo, so I came to visit the set. This is the chocolate and fruit I bought. Seeing so many beautiful women and handsome men, the beautiful sister's heart was about to take off. Oh my god, especially Sanbeo. I can't believe how there are such beautiful people in the world. It's so heart-pounding, I feel like I'm in love. And Dabeo, mature, steady, handsome, completely a first love face. Sibeo, sunny and handsome, looks good when he smiles, and his teeth are really white. Urbeo was very imposing, her smile was very contagious, and she was extremely beautiful. She felt that she was no longer good. Not only her, but netizens felt the same way. It was a raw picture, without any trace of PS. Urbeo asked, "Are you live streaming?" The little sister quickly said, "Yes, I'm a small anchor, and the fans want to see you when they know about it. If you mind, I'll turn off the live streaming now." Urbeo waved his hand. "No need to turn it off, just live stream if you want, it's not a private time now." The little sister thanked him repeatedly. Urbeo took the initiative to come over and greet the fans. "Hey, everyone. I'm sure you all know that Zhang Yuxi is going to star in a movie called My Home. I hope you can support it. This is a hilarious and heartwarming movie. Several of us are in it, and my parents also have scenes." Urbeo chatted for a few words and took the initiative to live stream. "There's only half a month left before class. Have you finished your homework? Ha ha ha, am I a bad person? Ha ha, father-in-law and mother-in-law? Who are you asking? They're not. We're single right now, not in a relationship. Ah, what kind of person do you want to find? Haha, big brother, someone introduced you to a girlfriend, do you want one?" Urbeo said he was indifferent. Urbeo came over. "Big brother," they asked, "what kind of person you like?" Facing the camera, Urbeo smiled faintly. "Because the other party is unknown, I don't know how to answer." Urbeo said, "If you like thin people now, what if the person you like is fat? So, we don't know who the other party is. As long as the three views are consistent and the interests and hobbies are the same, there will be no problem. There is no need to ask others next, the answer is consistent. Ah, want to see my dad? Father-in-law, who wants to come out? My dad is cooking, if you want to see it, I'll take you to see it. Raymond Lam is making dinner, and Zhang Yuxi is busy in the study upstairs. The huge kitchen makes fans cry with envy." Urbeo smiled and said, "Dad, come and say hello to the little cuties." Lin Feng turned his head and smiled at the camera of his mobile phone. "Hello." The screen was full of the same words. "Hello, father-in-law, you have worked hard." He was a little amused and continued to do his own thing. Urbeo asked Lin Feng, "Dad, what are we having for dinner?" Lin Feng reported several menus, which made people drool. At this time, Zhang Yuxi came down gracefully. "Husband, what are we having for dinner?" Zhang Yuxi had 2 pigtails and wore home clothes. She was not wearing any makeup and looked very casual. After she returned to Yangcheng to deal with her affairs, she came to me Chen. "Oh my god, is this my mother-in-law? She looks so young. Who would have thought that my mother-in-law is already a mother of 5 children? She maintains herself so well, how did she do it? She doesn't look like my mother-in-law at all. I would believe if you said they were sisters. Oh my god, what kind of secret is this? I beg you. She is rich, so her skincare products are naturally expensive. We can't compare with them. It may be the skincare products, or it may be her own reasons. A distant relative of mine just takes ordinary skincare and she is still so young now. I envy her." Urbeo said with a smile, "My mother is really born beautiful. Neither she nor my father uses skincare products much. In our family, we can buy those winter plums or customize them according to the skin condition. But my mother has good skin and doesn't use them that way. She only has these 3 lotions and creams. Unlike me, I have already started using refreshing lotions." After chatting for a while, Urbeo returned the phone to the little sister. The little sister is also in college, and she sings live on a platform in her spare time. Because of her sweet looks and good singing skills, she has accumulated a lot of fans. When Urbeo was live streaming, she looked at the test papers of the 4 treasures. After a few seconds, she put them down silently. They were all in foreign languages, and she couldn't understand them. After the live broadcast, the girl gained 3 million fans. She was shocked that she had worked hard for a year, but only had 300,000 fans. In less than an hour, she gained so much. Fans left messages one after another, asking her to visit the studio more often and ask for autographs. She has already done the autograph thing, and with the permission of the 4 treasures, she will draw lots live at that time. It's a piece of cake, but the 4 treasures are still happy to do a favor. Selfishly, they don't want the other party to disturb their lives. The next day, the little sister also sat for a while. She has good family education and is very measured. It's impossible to hate this. Zhang Yuxi's acting skills, according to Liu Qing, our natural. If she can go down this path in the future, she will definitely achieve great success and become an international superstar. Lin Feng was happy to hear Liu Qing praise Xiaobao. Wait for her to make her own choice. I don't like children to be too constrained when they are young. To the best of his ability, Raymond Lam wants his children to see the world, gain knowledge and broaden their horizons. Therefore, whenever he has time, he will take his children to play everywhere, visit places of interest, admire famous paintings, etc. In the eyes of Raymond Lam as a father, Xiaobao is already very outstanding, except that she doesn't like to study. She is delicate but not squeamish, and he admires Xiaobao very much. The filming in Michang took only 1 week. Before leaving, Liu Qing took the staff to clean the place. In this life, I can live in a mansion worth 600 or 700 million once, and I can brag about it for the rest of my life. Next, go to the beach. It happened that the family went out to play. They haven't dived for a long time and miss it very much. The villa is very large, and the staff adds up to 15 people. For convenience, Raymond Lam temporarily rented the villa next to it. There was no filming during the day, and the entire crew and Raymond Lam's family were playing. The outdoor shooting time was in the morning and evening, and the other scenes were shot indoors and finished in 1 day. The one who works the hardest here is Xiaobao. He can only play for a while during the day and has to take a nap to keep up his energy. After the shooting is over at night, he has to get up at 5 or 6 in the morning. Except for staying in bed, his mental state is fine. Horizontal ellipsis. Chapter 623, Wrap-Up Banquet. Because Raymond Lam took good care of him, Xiaobao was in a very good spirit and the filming progressed very smoothly. In less than a week, all the filming progress was completed. It took 2 more days than expected, so the whole crew could have 2 days to have fun. Recalling the life in the simple studio, sweating in the hot environment. This kind of life of traveling and filming at the same time is simply too wonderful. In this kind of place, it usually costs at least 5,000 yuan for one person to play. The premise is to eat instant noodles and live in a homestay. If you want to have a good time, it is not a problem to spend 20,000 or 30,000. So, this time they came here, it can be said that they indirectly saved 20,000 or 30,000. Occasionally, Raymond Lam will cook a sumptuous seafood feast for them. After they eat it, they have endless aftertastes and wish that Raymond Lam would cook it every day. The 4 treasures took Xiaobao to go diving. Xiaobao is only 3 years old, so he must not go to the deep sea area, but only to the children's area. There are artificially planted coral reefs here, with all kinds of cute fish, and the scenery is not inferior to the deep sea area. Xiaobao is very brave. The first time I went down, I wasn't afraid at all. I had so much fun. Liu Qing suddenly had an idea and followed along to film Xiaobao's solo play, which could also be added to the plot. The yacht is in Guangzhou. Just in time to go home. After Raymond Lam got a private jet, the yacht became the property of the 2 brothers, Lin Dashan and Lin Dan. They would drive slowly from the seaside to Shanghai for fishing, and their days were extremely comfortable. Now, at the age of knowing their destiny, they have nothing to worry about. If there is any regret, it is only that Dagu and Lin Da who went too early. On the yacht, the filming time was over in 2 days. At the end of August, it was officially wrapped up. The wrap-up address was in Guangzhou, and Raymond Lam held a wrap-up banquet in his own hotel, and the rooms were arranged. Liu Qing was drunk and as happy as a child. He raised his glass and said loudly, "I have a feeling that our movie will definitely be a big hit, do you believe it?" Everyone responded to him with enthusiasm. "That's right, we will definitely be a big hit. This movie will sell like hotcakes. Yes, we can become famous overnight and make a fortune." Hearing everyone's responses, Liu Qing smiled and turned to raise his glass to Lin Feng. With Lin Feng's current status, he naturally doesn't need to cooperate with others. It's only up to others to cooperate with him. Except for the New Year and Zhang Yuxi's school dinner, he would drink a little. At other times, he didn't drink a drop of alcohol. This time, he was infected by everyone's emotions and raised his glass to look at Liu Qing. "Director Liu, I hope we can continue to cooperate next time." Liu Qing shouted heroically, "Okay. With your words, Mr. Lin, everything is worth it. Mr. Lin, this time thanks to your investment, and thanks to your baby daughter." As he spoke, his eyes were red, and he sat down and cried. The assistant director laughed at him. "We showed this script to many investment companies, And they are actually optimistic about it and think it may be a hit. It's just, they can't take this risk. Big companies avoid them. What they want is a big cast, big investment, and big special effects. This kind of niche theme movie was directly rejected. Small companies don't dare to take risks. They don't have the strong financial resources of big companies and can't afford to be tossed. There are dark horses that make a lot of money. There are also movies with popular themes that are a big hit and empty the company. Nowadays, the industry is in recession and the audience's taste is difficult to adjust. It is difficult to say which movie is good and which is not. Many times, the more you are optimistic about a theme, the more thoroughly you will be defeated, and the more you are not optimistic about the things, the more likely they will become popular. For example, a small budget movie with a budget of 30 million that was released last year directly became a hit of 5 billion. It's simply a miracle in the industry. However, the small themed movies that came back to be released were so popular that even their parents didn't recognize them. Liu King believes that their themes should be good as long as they are filmed. But they are really unwilling to accept that they have been unable to attract investors. Raymond Lam became a timely reign and their savior. Perhaps, in Raymond Lam's view, this investment is just to create a good environment for Zhang Yuxi. However, for Liu King and the others, it was like a life-saving straw. This old man in the crew had been with Liu King for many years. He knew that he was full of ambitions, but had nowhere to display them. Just like them, how could he not feel uncomfortable? In the end, Liu King was carried back to the room by someone, and he seemed to be drunk and unconscious. Next, it was the children's school. The 4 treasures left on the second day after the filming was completed. Raymond Lam took their things and sent each child to school. This time, I'm afraid they won't be back until the Chinese New Year, so they took all the things they could for the winter. The children said no, but Raymond Lam insisted. During this period, Zhang Yuxi was also tired from filming, so he rested at home for 2 days, and Raymond Lam sent the 4 treasures alone. As for Dabao, Raymond Lam and the 4 treasures moved their things back to the dormitory one by one, attracting a lot of onlookers. Most of them came to appreciate the beauties. It is no exaggeration to say that Erbao and Sanbao were chased for contact information. To be honest, this gave them a headache. As soon as Raymond Lam and his younger brother and sister left, someone came over and asked, "Oh my God, did you move your whole family here? Isn't the shipping fee cheap?" Even small things like toothbrushes, socks, soap, etc. were prepared. It was incredible. Dabao said calmly, "We have a private jet, so there is no shipping fee." Everyone. Shit, I'm the clown in the end. They know it very well. The so-called private plane that Dabao mentioned is definitely not the small private plane in their family. With this calculation, how big must this plane be to be able to carry so many things? Sanbao lives alone and has a big room. He brings the most things, and the refrigerator is full of food. This is the love of their parents for them. They don't feel troubled, but only moved. From childhood to adulthood, Lin Feng has given them all the love. As long as they can think of it, Lin Feng will take care of them meticulously. In their eyes, Lin Feng is the embodiment of a perfect father. After arranging the 4 children one by one, Lin Feng returned home and couldn't recover for a long time. The days gradually returned to the past. If there is any difference, My Home will be officially released during the next long vacation. Promotion will start in mid-September. Lin Feng's villa and yacht, etc., help the crew save a lot of money. All this money is used for publicity, hoping to have a good box office performance during the next vacation. During this holiday, the 4 children all had school work to do, so they told us in advance that they couldn't come back. The family felt a little disappointed, but it was all they could do. Horizontal ellipsis. Chapter 624 Dark Horse Movie. In a blink of an eye, the holiday began. The movie was officially released in major cinemas on this day. The pre-sale box office was 1 million. Compared with the 8 million invested by Raymond Lam, it felt like it was going to flop. Raymond Lam had never thought about how much money he would make. It would be best if he could break even, but if he couldn't, he would just be calm. Investing in movies is inherently risky. On the first day of the release, the whole family was mobilized to support it. Let's also see Zhang Yuxi's acting skills. Then, Zhang Yuxi cried, and Raymond Lam's nose was sore. Oh my God, this is too tear-jerking. I laughed and cried and laughed. Not only Zhang Yuxi cried, but others cried too. Zhang Yuxi didn't cry, because she knew that all this was fake, and she had worked hard to act. Thinking about it, she also felt a little tired. She felt that she was so awesome that she actually completed this work. Dad, is Zhang Yuxi awesome? Awesome. As long as Zhang Yuxi wants to do something, he will definitely succeed. Zhang Yuxi nodded heavily. After leaving the cinema, many people were still crying. They said it was too touching. Raymond Lam held Zhang Yuxi and held Zhang Yuxi's hand, coaxing her. Honey, stop crying. Zhang Yuxi embarrassed her mother. Mom, you're crying? Shame on me. Zhang Yuxi found that she couldn't look her daughter in the face. Her mind was full of her daughter's pitiful appearance. It was so uncomfortable to hold Zhang Yuxi. Although the box office on the first day was only more than 1 million, the word of mouth was overwhelming, and the platform score once reached a peak of 9.1. It was the highest grossing movie in the holiday season. Afterwards, many netizens recommended this movie and were completely impressed by the acting skills of a 4-year-old baby. Word of mouth spread, and the holiday season was originally a peak period for travel, so the box office directly reached 5 million on the second day. The cinema originally scheduled the film for 2 days, but later extended it to the end of the holiday. On the third day, the box office directly reached 15 million, and the word of mouth received rave reviews. Zhang Yuxi suddenly became a little celebrity, and everyone knew her. 15 million on the third day, 50 million on the fourth day, 70 million on the fifth day. My Home became a dark horse, the most tear-jerking movie in the holiday season. As the box office continued to rise, Zhang Yuxi also became famous. There are two sides to the story. Some people praised Zhang Yuxi's acting skills. Some people also scolded Raymond Lam for being crazy about money. For the sake of money, he let his children act in movies at such a young age and enter the big dying shed of the entertainment industry. Raymond Lam's family had no good explanation for this. Sometimes, silence is the best way to deal with it. This was originally a movie for adults, but later some parents would take their children to watch it. In the movie, Zhang Yuxi plays the heroine. She is optimistic and positive. Even if her parents encounter misfortune, she will try her best to stand up. She can also be willful, throw a tantrum, and call her mother in fear late at night. While making people feel distressed, they are deeply moved by her strength and optimism. Many children were also deeply touched after watching it. This has become an educational film for parents. I hope children can learn from the heroine Zhang Yuxi in the movie. The box office reached 300 million a week later. Major theaters have extended the broadcast time, and the broadcast time will last for half a month. It is predicted that the box office will reach 1 billion. It is not bad for a niche movie with a warm theme and a 4-year-old child as the protagonist to have such a result. The cumulative box office of the movies shot by famous directors is only 200 million. Then, major product merchants came one after another, wanting Zhang Yuxi to shoot commercials. But none of them were as fast as Liu Bo. The first product Zhang Yuxi endorsed was Lin's children's brand clothing. This way, not only did the company save a sum of endorsement fees, but it could also promote product sales. Many people only have one word in their minds: seconds. In addition, Zhang Yuxi also endorsed children's milk powder, children's roller skates, etc. Advertising planners and filming staff said, Zhang Yuxi's performance tension is very good. For some things, as long as you tell her once, she will understand the meaning. She is a person who is born to eat this bowl of rice. In this way, Lin Feng became Zhang Yuxi's agent, and he would check some advertising endorsements. Zhang Yuxi enjoys the spotlight very much, and she doesn't feel tired at all. But after all, she is a child and still has to go to school. When Zhang Yuxi heard that she had to go to school, she immediately pouted her lips. Dad, I don't want to go to school. The tone was the same as I don't want to go to work. Lin Feng hugged her. You should still focus on school now, and acting is just a supplement. Zhang Yuxi pouted. Dad, but I can earn money to support myself now. Lin Feng said, this is different. For example, acting also requires learning. Zhang Yuxi resisted going to school, and her expression was so aggrieved and ugly. She was just in the middle class, so naturally there was not much pressure to study. But because it was the middle class, the teacher would also start to teach some things. And because it was an aristocratic school, after the middle class, they would learn a little bit. This greatly reduced Zhang Yuxi's interest in going to school. She was not very happy to go to school every day. The couple also did all kinds of ideological work, But Xiaobao was not interested. You can't just not send your child to school because he doesn't like to study, right? But Xiaobao's attitude this day was obviously much better than before. Lin Feng couldn't help being curious, but he couldn't say it clearly. Xiaobao is very happy today, can you share it with Dad? Xiaobao tilted his head. There are no secrets between the father and daughter, and even if there are secrets, Xiaobao can't hide them. She giggled, Dad, I have money, right? When Lin Feng heard her words, he knew what she wanted to say and nodded. Xiaobao had saved more than 6 million yuan before, and before filming My Family, she said that she would be paid 20,000 yuan. Later, because Lin Feng invested in Xiaobao's name, she conservatively estimated that she would get a few million yuan in remuneration. Well, by this calculation, her Xiaobao is a little rich woman. Xiaobao said as a matter of course, since I am so rich, I don't have to work hard. Lin Feng frowned, thinking that Xiaobao's idea was very bad. He squatted down, Xiaobao, each of my brothers and sisters has money, why do they have to work so hard? Xiaobao tilted his head, because my brothers and sisters are smart? They are amazing. She couldn't hide the disappointment in her eyes, but Xiaobao can't do it. Lin Feng sighed, perhaps he had some misunderstandings about Xiaobao. In fact, Xiaobao didn't want to stop studying, maybe she tried many times, but still couldn't do it. That day, Lin Feng asked for leave and took Xiaobao to relax. This conversation was different from the previous ones. He wanted to tell Xiaobao that even if she couldn't study well, she is also an excellent child who can do many things. The father and daughter talked a lot. Raymond Lam hoped that Xiaobao would not only see the money, but also do interesting things that she likes. Dad, I like to be an actor and act. Will you support me? Of course, Dad is very proud of you. This is true, not just perfunctory. In such an environment, Xiaobao can persist in a play that has been aired for more than 10 times. He is really proud. Xiaobao hugged Raymond Lam happily. Dad, I will do more meaningful things in the future. Raymond Lam smiled slightly. Okay. Dad and Xiaobao will find meaningful things together, okay. Xiaobao nodded heavily, okay. On the way back, Xiaobao said with dependence, Dad, Xiaobao loves you so much? Dad too. Raymond Lam also reflected on himself. For a child like Xiaobao, some truths may not be understood. She is only 4 years old now, and there is still a long way to go in life. I will grow up with her. My Family was postponed and scheduled for a month later, becoming a dark horse at the box office. This also means that Xiaobao can make more money from this movie. Some people on the internet who have nothing better to do have started to stir up trouble, calculating how much money Xiaobao can get. The predicted box office of this movie may be close to 4 billion, and Lin Feng invested 8 million in the name of Xiaobao. He is the only investor in this drama, so is he going to get rich? He was criticized by netizens. Some people are just jealous. A villa of his is worth hundreds of millions. Does he need money? Is it good for him to live in a small manor now? His children are all promising and rich. Are those who force their daughters to act stupid? When the 4 treasures were still young and the family conditions were not as good as they are now, why didn't they let the 4 treasures debut? Have some idiots thought about it? Did you see the director's interview? He said that he took the initiative to find Xiaobao. This kind of thing happens every day, and Lin Feng's family is used to it. Chapter 625 Xiaobao's graduation ceremony. In a blink of an eye, it was December. The cumulative box office of My Family reached 4.8 billion. As a small movie with a cost of several million, it was an unexpected achievement to achieve such a result. Next, it quickly followed the movie of the same type, which was so popular that even parents could not recognize it. In a blink of an eye, time flies, and 2 years have passed. Xiaobao graduated from kindergarten and entered primary school. A lot of things have happened in these 2 years. The 4 treasures have completed 4 years of courses in these 2 years and have obtained all the degrees they should have. They have enough time to attend Xiaobao's graduation ceremony. It was also in these 2 years that Zhang Yuxi completed a plan for many years, and the school was officially upgraded to 211 University. The expansion and reconstruction of the school have been planned and completed, and it will attract more students next year. At the same time, the school ranking jumped into the top 50 in the country. Zhang Yuxi's wish is to make her school enter the top 10 in her lifetime. Life is like this. It seems to be unchanging, but in fact it is quietly changing. Zhang Yuxi has grown very fast in the past 2 years and is already 1.5 meters tall. He is more than a head taller than children of the same age. In the past 2 years, Zhang Yuxi has acted in some popular movies and TV series. She has gained a lot of fans, from her mothers, sisters-in-law, brothers-in-law, and grandmothers. Her impetuous personality has been tempered a lot in the profession of an actor. Now she looks like a little adult. But she is still spoiled and always has everything she wants at home. Raymond Lam got his daughter in middle age, so he should spoil her as much as possible. Zhang Yuxi is also clear-headed and is very hardworking in filming. Tomorrow is the graduation ceremony. The 4 treasures will go home tonight, but it will be after 1 a.m., and Zhang Yuxi insisted on waiting for them. Raymond Lam and Zhang Yuxi said no. Raymond Lam simply coaxed her, "How about this, you go to bed first, and when your brothers and sisters come back, Dad will wake you up, okay?" Zhang Yuxi nodded helplessly. After playing until after 10 p.m., Zhang Yuxi really couldn't bear it anymore. She fell asleep while holding her toys and talking. Raymond Lam waited for her to fall asleep and went to clean up the children's room. "No need, husband, I've already cleaned up everything." Lin Feng took a look and was very satisfied. "My wife did a good job." This slightly playful tone caused Zhang Yuxi to punch her. Although the family did not hire a nanny, they had Lin Feng, an all-round husband. Zhang Yuxi, who was not very good at housework before, was basically useless later, and usually just helped out. The rooms of the 4 treasures had actually been cleaned up a long time ago. It was nothing more than wiping the dust and tidying up. Lin Feng stood up. "I'll make some midnight snacks for the children and pick them up later." Zhang Yuxi has been busy with school affairs in recent years. Now that she finally has some free time, looking back, she realized that she has neglected her husband a lot in recent years. "What can I do? Pick these green vegetables and soak them in salt water." "Okay." The yard is full of vegetables planted by Lin Feng. The family is basically self-sufficient and does not need to buy vegetables. He was bored and even made a pond in the yard with small fish in it. If the chickens and ducks were not smelly, Lin Feng would have wanted to raise these. A winter morning 2 years ago, Dabe and Fifi were sleeping next to each other in the nest. The family had been prepared for this, but it was hard to accept it when it really happened. The family was sad for a long time. After cremating Dabe and Fifi, the ashes were buried under the tree in the yard. A small tombstone was erected for them with their photos attached. Every time I passed by, I would say hello to them, as if they were still there. Zhang Yuxi went to the yard to enjoy the cool and chat with them. 2 years later, there were no more cats and dogs. The couple was busy in the kitchen for a long time and then went to bed. After setting the alarm clock, Lin Feng drove to the airport to wait for the 4 treasures. As early as in school, major companies had offered olive branches to them and hired them with a high salary of 1 million yuan a year. But they, who were not short of money, temporarily refused. Dabao had already thought about doing scientific research in China after returning. Erbao was managing his own company, building his own brand, and making the company bigger and stronger. Sanbao planned to study for a period of time and move into a broader field. Sibao is already a member of the national team. There is no doubt about that. He will become a coach in the future. The end is obvious. Lin Feng supports the children's ideas. At the airport, Lin Feng waited for more than 20 minutes. Finally, the 4 babies were talking and laughing. Nothing changed, and they were not in love. As young people in their 20s, Lin Feng hoped that they would not only think about studying, but also make more friends. Erbao smiled and said, "Dad, as long as we want to fall in love, a lot of people will come to us with just a glance." Lin Feng was angry. "I'm talking about making friends seriously, okay?" Erbao's eyes were so innocent. "Just make friends seriously, but I don't want to do it now, Dad. If you want, I can also deal with it, but how meaningful is it?" Lin Feng was speechless. "You have been very good at talking recently." Erbao quickly laughed. "No, don't be angry, Dad. I'm telling the truth. You and Mom have such a good relationship. We also want to find a partner to walk hand in hand for life. But things like love should be left to nature." A few minutes later, Lin Feng had a headache. "I just said a few words, and you said a lot of nonsense to me. Stop it, I won't mention it again." Erbao took Lin Feng's arm. "I know that Dad cares about our life events, but we are only 20 years old. Take it slow." Alice, he just mentioned it casually. Thinking that if there is someone he likes abroad, he is also thinking about whether to bring him over to see. If it is a foreign daughter-in-law or son-in-law, he can accept it, as long as the children like it. Sibeo will be home at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, in time for Xiaobeo's graduation ceremony. Several people were busy on the way, and when they got home, they found that Zhang Yuxi had been waiting for a long time. Dabeo asked gently, "Mom, why did you get up? Did we wake you up?" Zhang Yuxi shook her head. "No, it's because I missed you and couldn't sleep." She looked at Dabeo. "You have become darker and stronger than before, but you haven't lost weight." Dabeo smiled. "I often go to the gym to exercise, and Dad sends things every now and then, so I can't lose weight even if I want to." Zhang Yuxi looked at Erbeo with a smile. In the past, it was Sanbeo who liked to act like a spoiled child the most, but now it has become Erbeo. Erbeo asked with a smile, "Mom, can you see if I have gained weight? Have I become more beautiful?" Zhang Yuxi looked carefully. "No, I am still so beautiful. It's just that the hair is a little longer, it's too short." Erbeo said okay. Zhang Yuxi pulled Sanbeo. "It's still the same, but the person is more stable." Among the 4 children, Sanbeo has the most delicate appearance, which can be interpreted as perfect. Sanbeo smiled slightly. "Mom, you are still so beautiful, you haven't changed at all." Zhang Yuxi said coquettishly, "Now you have learned to be sweet, when will you bring a boyfriend back to Mom?" Sanbeo immediately shut up. At this time, Zhang Yuxi found that Erbeo was wearing some strange things. Zhang Yuxi frowned. "These crystal hanging things, take them off when you come back. Xiaobeao will definitely play with them when he sees them." Xiaobeao was playful, and he used to hold a beautiful bead and thought it was candy. He wanted to eat it, but was discovered by Lin Feng in time. She was there that day, and the couple was shocked and sweaty. After that, they packed up all the things that needed to be packed, without letting Xiaobeao see them. Although Xiaobeao has graduated from kindergarten and is sensible now, he can't guarantee that he will be stubborn again. Erbeo nodded and took off all the jewelry on her body. "Is Xiaobeao asleep?" Zhang Yuxi helped her to tidy up. "She slept, and said she would wait for you to come back, but you persuaded her to sleep. She said she would wake her up after you come back." The 4 of them smiled slightly. After hearing this, Erbeo said she would go upstairs to Xiaobeao's room to take a look. Zhang Yuxi stopped her. "Don't go, you guys have a good rest, it's not like we won't see each other tomorrow. What if she wakes up and doesn't sleep, and can't get up tomorrow? This family is a strict mother and a kind father." Erbeo shrugged, and said reluctantly with a droopy face, "Okay." Lin Feng said, "I made you a midnight snack, do you want to eat some?" In fact, they had almost finished the airplane meal, but they knew that this was Lin Feng's intention and his care for them. They each ate a small bowl before going upstairs. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.